Hey. Yeah. Whoa. We back. Wake and bake. Gatekeepers and blackballing. It's your boy Lemmy. Checking in. Gonna get this music popping off for y'all. 1 second. Sonar Muse. Blockchain to prove it. Blockchain music, Sonar Muse to prove it. You dig? We are here. Shout out if you. Let's do a shout out for the shout out. You dig? Shout out to everybody checking in early. You already know. I'm a bit late, but we on time. Let's go.
Listen, diamonds biting like frostbite, missing the pips, but be glad it's night. Fully loaded sedan, two-tone off-white, lift kit, stick shift, Xeon fog lights. Tell 'em. Drop the top, I just might get a tan. Switch gears, now it's flying like Peter Pan. Just gave Rose to an Ann, so who need a Dan? Cause she a 5-star like CD Lamb. Tell 'em. On I-10 with the gold dating rims, going to Houston like Jeremy Lin. Color my car, same color I sprayed the brakes. In a 5.0, ain't talking earthquakes. You thought it was a rap, I left and came back. Surprise, still the best lyricist on the app. Took a break to get closer with my supplier. I had a good year, like the tire. Steering wheel, wood grain with dice locks. I'm like Lamont, cause I'm with a red fox. Subwoofers inside the matchbox, like Fred and Wilma, we gonna make the bed rock. Tell 'em. Steering wheel, wood grain with dice locks. I'm like Lamont, cause I'm with a red fox. Subwoofers inside the matchbox, like Fred and Wilma, we gonna make the bed rock.
My shit too clean, I gotta turn the corner slow. It ain't no jeans up on my seat. Watch how the fuck you shut my door. I'm feeling up at Amoco. I pull my shit right next to bro. My seats is black, white, and honey, looking like a calico. Nah, check the halo disc. They got my tires froze. Look how the sun make it so pretty when I roll slow. He like a master ace, and I was born to roll. I got the woofers, ain't no barking like your old hoe.
Tell 'em.
This for real G's, I got the code though. I make these bitches hot, cause I'm a cold hoe. So you the martyr, huh? I'm watching Martyrdom. Candy paint killed them all, left them in the catacombs. You like the battle, huh? Go get your battle on. This ain't no driver's seat, this a mobile throne. With a street Hemi, everything chrome. I put this face up in your face and you gon' phone home.
Steering wheel, wood grain with dice locks. I'm like Lamont, cause I'm with a red fox. Subwoofers inside the matchbox, like Fred and Wilma, we gonna make the bed rock. Tell 'em. Steering wheel, wood grain with dice locks. I'm like Lamont, cause I'm with a red fox. Subwoofers inside the matchbox, like Fred and Wilma, we gonna make the bed rock. Tell 'em.
Better off than you, better off than you, better off than you, better off, better off, better off than you, 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 better off, better off, better off than you, better off than you, better off.
Yeah, it's that kid who's on a mission, hope he here to listen. Changing flows like positions, hope he fucking with it. And I'm on my lonesome like a single digit, and I make a world go round like a spin a fidget. Damn, I'm so cold, I guess I got that window flow. I'm the best like DJ Khaled, she already knows. She's the best like a Drake song, she already knows. Making use of what I've got, my go-go gadget flow. It's that nigga that's been chillin' like a villain. I've been getting so high that I'm chillin' above the ceiling. You niggas telling me that the sky is the limit though. I guess it's for you niggas though. And I'm so hot, but my vibe is cool. These girls ain't got class like they been skipping school. And they drive me nuts like a bunch of screws. I mean they driving me nuts like a bunch of tools. Like whoa, she said she wants my children. I told her I ain't got time for that, I'm all about my business. Gotta put my life in rap, somebody is trying to kill it.
Please hang up and try your call again. If you need assistance, dial your operator. Please hang up now. This is a recording.
It's that nigga from the north side and the west side. Yeah, I run both sides, live on both sides. It's that nigga from the north side and the west side. Yeah, I run both sides, live on both sides. If you been sleeping on me, I can hit the snooze for you. If you been sleeping on me, I can make it real comfy for you. I hope your neck good after that, cause you're sleeping on a hard nigga that can rap, nigga, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm better than ever, yeah, I'm better than ever. Will I fuck with y'all niggas? I can probably say never. Will I fuck with y'all niggas? I just gotta say never. I can't fuck with y'all niggas cause I'm better than ever. Yeah, I'm better than ever. Yeah, I'm better than ever. Will I fuck with y'all niggas? I can probably say never. Will I fuck with y'all niggas? I just gotta say never. I can fuck with y'all niggas cause I'm better than ever. Always
hey yo, Vagabond is on that shit. I'm hearing some in the community crying like a bitch. Even though I got my airdrop, I'm still buying that shit. You keep crying like a hoe, you gon' miss your chance to get rich. Hey, what's up? This X-rated. Hey, bro, you either gonna be a player or you gonna be a hoe about this shit. Set your trust line up, buy that shit off the exchange, or stop being a bitch and get rich.
Shout out my XRPL airdroppers. They thought I was a sharecropper. We just dodging COVID and the Omicron. Shout out to everyone that got their vagabond. Even though I didn't get mine, I still kept my trust line. And then I dropped it, and then I got it again. Cause X-Rated said he got it tapped into the FOMO. Crying about your airdrop, that's a big no-no. My is there so-so. Who you gon' tell? Popo, just make sure you caught that snapshot on your solo, then trade it for your vagabond. Easy, whoa. VGB, it's a go-go. When I'm out in DC, decentralized apps, no cat when I'm in PG. Red light Riri, yellow light Mellow. They still crying about their airdrop, looking special. Where are the children of the revolution? They're a nuisance. The blockchain's accessible to everyone. They just made it 2020. Custom built ecosystem, futures plenty. The XRPL, we gon' be for centuries, decades. The whole millennium, so fast you should go ahead, try to send me some vagabond. Tell your friends, tell your mom.
Hey, let me hear these clown motherfuckers like, hey man, hey, Vagabond is on some shit, bro. Like that's an easy play. They doing decentralized business apps. Like, come on, like you hear these motherfuckers?
Hey, fakes. We do not fuck with the fakers. Fakers. Nah. We do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. Nah, we do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. Nah, we do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. Nah, ay, we do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. Nah, ay, we do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. We do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. We do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. Nah. We do not fuck with them fakers. All of you niggas are vegetables, looking like couch potatoes. Looking like couch potatoes. Mashing your face, now you mash potatoes. I do what I want, so get on my face, ho. You are just a fake potato.
She just asked me if I'm famous. Told her I'll give her a facial. She said we shouldn't wake the neighbors. Damn, we just woke up the neighbors. And damn, they were really complaining. She said sorry for the complaining. She said she ain't got time for faking. She said she ain't got time for faking.
Fakers. We do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. Nah. We do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. Nah, we do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. Nah, we do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. Nah. We do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. We do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love
Shout out to everybody checking in. Shout out YouTube. Shout out Twitter. Hey, I don't got a lot of people in here right now, so I'm just gonna run the music for about an hour. If they don't pull up, they just don't pull up. And I'ma pull out, you dig? Pull out game strong today, you dig? Whoa, shout out to everybody checking in faithfully, you already know.
Right now living fast life. Nigga, you living a fake life, living a fake life. Fakers. We do not fuck with them fakers. Fakers. We do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me. Nah, we do not fuck with them fakers. Oh, you love me, oh, you hate me.
I was in Xbox way before I had an Xbox. Bots like real thoughts, real cops. Whoa, the block is real hot. XRPL, my chill spot. I'm in X, not a robot. On the Discord, not TikTok. Watch for scams, don't get got. Loyalty, no flip flop. XRP, the real rock. Artificial intelligence, watch out for the psyop. Revolutionize the world with AI. To live quality with NFTs, that's just the way we get by. It's so exquisite, non-explicit, the one on fire, so terrific. I'm like MacGyver in the white paper, looking at the mission. Forget your isms and your schism. Bot mode got you in a prison, mental, emotional, physically. Xbox will deliver thee to the XRPL. A kid again, no Sally Seashells. Them NFTs, check out the details. Now tell me you don't wanna prevail. I was in Xbox way before I had an Xbox. Bots like real thoughts, real cops. Whoa, the block is real hot. XRPL, my chill spot. I'm in X, not a robot. On the Discord, not TikTok. Watch for scams, don't get got. Loyalty, no flip flop. XRP, the real rock. Artificial intelligence, watch out for the side. Negotiating with these tech companies. XRPL, blockchain, who gon' sponsor me? With a vision like this, you got to honor me. And if the truth hurt, then I'm giving it to you honestly. Collaboration with ex-aliens. They said I'm Homo sapien, but I'm from another galaxy. A big old constellation. Big dog on Canis Major. Big clocks on my own time. I might just flavor digital now with the paper. On ice like hockey skaters. Wayne Gretzky on a hater. Ballin' Malik Monk. Xbox like Daft Punk. I was in Xbox way before I had an Xbox. Bots like real thoughts, real cops. Whoa, the block is real hot. XRPL, my chill spot. I'm in X, not a robot. On the Discord, not TikTok. Watch for scams, don't get got. Loyalty, no flip flop. XRP, the real rock. Artificial intelligence, watch out for the psyop. Investing with Mr. Xbot, not Dr. Robotnik. That XRPL moving faster than Sonic. Illustrating Fast and Furious box with Vin. Forget our COVID with Xbox, we gon' win. Computer science grooving on where you get. In these crypto streets when I'm with Reese. Xbox, I had to get my piece.
And every day, I know my purpose. I know my purpose. We sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every way. I know my purpose. No one is perfect. We sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every day. I know my purpose. No one is perfect. Sin every day, smoke every day, smoke anywhere.
Mr. JN, what's good? South Africa checking in. How we sounding over there? How we sounding on the live, bro? Shout out to you, bro.
Showing skin burn the fast. Same voice of a pansy. Turns now than a pansy. I'm a sinner and I love it. I'm a sinner and I live it. If you can't take it, then leave it. Either you take it or leave it. Don't you tell me that you believe it. Sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every way. I know my purpose. No one is perfect. We sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every way. I know my purpose. We sin every day, sin every way, sin every day, sin every way. I know my purpose. No one is perfect. We sin every
It's too cold, raw, not cut. You know the vibe. What's understood don't need to be explained. Being an FKM pirate is in you, not on. Cause when you overstand, you need to see the vision of the plan.
Walk in the plane, I bet I ain't like a baller. We run the flame, we smoking that dang, sipping on drain. It's FKM, fuck what they think. All aboard, laissez-faire, laissez-passer. Crypto is the revolution, stay your ass over there. Freedom is a statement, free market we chasing. Triangular trap tsunami, I don't move adjacent. Migos, Indians, Asians, Africans, and a lot of Caucasians. You got your FKM on pre-sale, then congratulations. Non-algorithmic NFTs is handcrafted. Before I ever walk the plank, I bet I walk this atlas. Big stepping, FKM, I'm big reppin', big blessings. Here on this earth, I'm in heaven. Up 7, on my ship I went holistic, so gifted. On that blockchain, I'm so cryptic. Walk in the plane, I bet I ain't like a baller. We run the flame, we smoking that dang, sipping on drain. It's FKM, fuck what they think. We the most exclusive tribe on the XRP, the most disruptive payment coin in the whole damn world. Fuck your mainstream, that's not how we raise our boys and girls. Push it to the limit, run those diamonds and pearls. And my treasure chest got generational wealth. Pop out with the spinach cause I care about my health. Meta Gear solid, what you know about stale. We made them walk the plank cause we don't care about jail. We not going to the moon coming to us. Headed to that XRP, them other coins a bust. And my treasure I trust, I ain't got time to cuff. I came here to disrupt, we blessings is in love. Pirates of the crypto space, we back on that ship. I talk a lot of crypto, but I'm not a crib. I get my first tape, but my name ain't Skip, bro. I'm not from Harlem, but I set my buys on dips, whoa. Walk in the plane, I bet I ain't like a baller. We run the flame, we smoking that dang, sipping on drain. It's FKM, fuck what they think. Walk in the plane, I bet I ain't like a baller. We run the flame, we smoking that dang, sipping on drain. It's FKM, fuck what they think. All aboard, laissez-faire, laissez-passer. Crypto is the revolution, stay your ass over there. Freedom is a statement, free market we chasing. Triangular trap tsunami, I don't move adjacent. We the most exclusive tribe on the XRP, the most disruptive payment coin in the whole damn world. Fuck your mainstream, that's not how we raise our boys and girls. Push it to the limit, run those diamonds and pearls.
We always been rebels and renegades in our own lane, cause we understood the system was never designed for me or for you. We wanna fuck the system, not ever try to get over on people who struggle like me and you. The ones who do that ain't FKM pirates, they traitors and snakes who need to walk the planks.
Yeah. If you ain't rolling with me, nigga, then get out the way. The crowd be getting litty when I'm stepping on the stage. I ain't really phased, I be getting wasted. Don't think about these girls too much because I'm rolling paper. If you ain't rolling with me, nigga, then get
Shout out DJ NFT. Shout out Lost Art. We there on Saturday. Don't matter what you think. What's good, what's good? We just running them tunes up. Shout out. Whoa.
Please get out the way. Searching for better.
The show don't stop. The show continues. Let's get it. Whoa.
All these rappers be the same, you know that nothing changed. Yeah, they drowning in the ocean, now they ride my wave. Your career's just a joke, I took it to the grave. Yeah, I body all these rappers, now they know the name. Keep it cool, I'm a danger, it's no longer safe. Yeah, you watch out for your homies, all these niggas hate. What more can I say? Bitch, I'm getting paid. Yeah, that pussy's really wet, now I'm getting laid. Yeah, this shit is picture perfect, we don't need a frame. Flow switch, toxic, meet me at the hospice. Now Mackenzie on stage, it's gonna be a mosh pit. Live life, live long, bad girl, no thong. That ass so thick, it don't do wrong. It don't do wrong.
If you ain't rolling with me, nigga, then get out the way. The crowd be getting litty when I'm stepping on the stage. I ain't really phased, I be getting wasted. Don't think about these girls too much because I'm rolling paper. If you ain't rolling with me, nigga, then get out the way. The crowd be getting litty when I'm stepping on the stage. I ain't really phased, I be getting wasted. Don't think about these girls too much because I'm rolling paper.
Yeah, this the Wake and Bake 71. The music. Let's go.
I got the sauce, so I'ma drip. Drip, drip, I got the sauce, I am the shit. Ayy, shit, nigga be young, nigga be slick. Slick, nigga got cash, nigga be rich. Rich, I got the sauce, so I'ma drip. Drip, I got the sauce, I am the shit. Ayy, shit, nigga be young, nigga be slick. Slick, nigga got cash, nigga be rich.
Holly want a cracker. I'm with my ex-parent eating snapper. Made an X-rain on the XRPL. I'm not your average typical rapper. Ex-chameleons living lavish. Video games, yeah, we have it. Keeping our rainforest, spick and span. Triangular trapping. On the Amazon to the Daintree. Temperate to the Congo. I keep a copper coast on my backside. I'm a FKM pirate honcho. For 25 years we moving swiftly. Any might let it see 50. 1728, no Fetty Wild. Words it could cook up, no Betty Crock. Hyacinth McCall, voodoo blue and all. It do not have flaws, mouth open, my jaws. It's open, I'm hoping. Ex-parent ain't home with triangular trap on my back through this ocean. Holly want a cracker. I'm with my ex-parent eating snapper. Made an X-rain on the XRPL. I'm not your average typical rapper. Ex-chameleons living lavish. Video games, yeah, we have it. Keeping our rainforest, spick and span. Triangular trapping. Holly want a cracker. I'm with my ex-parent eating snapper. Made an X-rain on the XRPL. I'm not your average typical rapper. Ex-chameleons living lavish. Video games, yeah, we have it. Keeping our rainforest, spick and span. Triangular trapping.
Triangular trap tsunami.
Yeah, I been around some niggas that's been hating on me. And I got a couple women that's been waiting on me. Yeah, I got a couple fans that's been patient for me. I really gotta push it cause all of this weight is on me. Channeling this energy, I can't be stationary where you moving though. My life's a movie though, in my own studio. I'm Walt Disney, so that means you goofy, bro. Truth be told, I do not talk, I just be moving though. Keep things transparent, you can see through me. I give niggas props, they try to use me. Damn, I thought we were fam, I guess we moving different. Got invested in some bullshit, got me losing interest. Niggas run their mouths but can't walk the same distance. Niggas too quick to talk but they never listen. Too quick to talk, too much wishful thinking. Get some common sense or it will end up missing. Tell me what you missing. I got my own problems and yours ain't mine. Watching all this bullshit just be wasting time. Put you on check if you cross the line. Too many words to describe me, I'm so well defined. Optimistic about life, I ain't in my prime. Truthfully, I ain't wanna digest all these lies. Try lie to me and look me straight in the eyes. I said try. Yeah, I been around some niggas that's been hating on me, and I got a couple women that's been waiting on me.
What's good, y'all? What's good? We just playing some music. We running it up for about an hour. Waiting for everybody to check in. If the fam don't check in, we just gonna play music for a hot second. We gonna run it up out of here. Just waiting on everybody to check in. Ain't nobody check in yet. Shout out to Lost Art, DJ NFT. Shout out to all our listeners on the YouTube and Twitter side. We just kicking it. We just kicking it, man. Enjoying music from the platform Sonar Muse, man. Y'all get familiar with Sonar Muse. They next up on the XRPL blockchain music. Sonar Muse to prove it. Let's get it. Whoa, whoa. Oh yeah. I'm being OC. I'm gonna be on the West Coast in about 2 days, 48 hours. Shout out to DJ NFT. It's your boy Lemmy. I will be on stage. Despite of what you heard, I'll be out there, man, performing. This performance thing, we're gonna have to set it off for Tuco. This one gonna be dedicated to Tuco. Shout out to Tuco on every contribution she's made. You know what I'm saying? In this space, we're gonna let it loose for her. We're gonna do something special. We're gonna have some fun out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to push the envelope for this blockchain. Get it popping, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the gift and the curse. It's the blockchain, man. Welcome to the lifestyle. Whoa, let's get it.
Fucking bitches counting cash. Fucking bitches counting cash. Fucking bitches counting cash. So I just come and go.
Triangular trap tsunami.
We were wondering, is there a faster way two heroes could get down these stairs?
You all need to ride down the stairs? My name is Slippery Stairs. I'll take you down there for 25 schmeckles.
Kept all my polka dots like freckles. Count up my schmeckles. Keep an eye out for the heckles. This a Rick and Morty special. Let go my ego. We got bass and treble. XRPL rebel. We stomped out the devil. 1 million in circulation. That XLS 20 just left the station. We got Kurt Angle from the USA and my homie James Ray, a real Australian. Sippin' Foster's forbid with Tuco. I do not do liquor like Nuvos. XRPL is a new roll. Edible and blunt is a jugo. Watching Rick and Morty on Hulu. Ethereans if you knew. Wondering what next they gon' do. They in someone's body like ooh. Bet all of my schmeckles they lose. That person just died, not cool. The shit they be doing is cool. Now they in deep shit like doo-doo. Call me Pepe Le Pew. My presence mess up the room, cause I keep a schmeckle or two. They really don't have a clue. We're African drippy and fufu. Triangular trapping they through.
I don't know how much, I don't know what that is. Is that a lot? Is it a little?
That's exactly how much I spend on my big fake boobies.
Hi, I'm Mr. Booby Buyer. I'll buy those boobies for 25 schmeckles.
It's a tempting offer, but I'm gonna have to decline.
Rats, what a shame.
Kept all my polka dots like freckles. Count up my schmeckles. Keep an eye out for the heckles. This a Rick and Morty special. Let go my ego. We got bass and treble. XRPL rebel. We stomped out the devil. 1 million in circulation. That XLS 20 just left the station. We got Kurt Angle from the USA and my homie James Ray, a real Australian. Bless up Jay, aka James Ray. T, the co-creator. Eobo, game developer. Luna and YT, official team members. Can't forget about my ambassadors. Wiza, Rosalia, Kathy, Lewis, Ken, and Bianca. Schmeckles to the moon. Whoa, 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 whoa. Call me Pepe Le Pew. My presence mess up the room, cause I keep a schmeckle or two. They really don't have a clue. We're African drippy and fufu. Triangular trapping they through. A for Algorand, B for blockchain, C for Casper, decentralization.
We're gonna run the show up in about 8 more minutes, man. We got the team rolling through. We got some of the hosts rolling through, so we about to run it up in about 8 more minutes. Shout out to everybody checking in. Y'all know what time it is. Wake and Bake 71. Let's get it. What y'all know about gatekeepers and blackballing? Let's get it, man. Let's talk about it.
Metaverse, NFT. O's for Oracle, P for proof of stake, QR code, R for rug pull, S for Sonamuse, T for Tezos, U for use case, V's volatility, W for Web3, XRP, Y for yield farming. You don't know this, you have zero knowledge. These are my crypto ABCs. Make kunna own or sing with me. These are my crypto ABCs. Make kunna own or sing with me. A for eardrop, B for buy the dip, C a casino kind, D for diamond hands, Ethereum. F for FOMO, G for gas fee, H for hardwood, I for interoperability, J for Jomo, K for key, L for liquidity, M for market, N for non-custodial, O for open source, P for Ponzi scheme, Q for Quan, R for regulation, S for stable coin, T for think long term, utility token, V chain, W is for wheel, XDC, YTD. You don't know this, you have zero knowledge. These are my crypto ABCs. Make kunna own or sing with me. These are my crypto ABCs. Make kunna own or sing with me. A is for Algorand, B for blockchain, C for Casper, decentralization, E for epoch, F for flare, G for globaliance, H bar, IOTA, J for JavaScript, KYC, L for ledger, M for metaverse, NFT, O's for Oracle, P for proof of stake, QR code, R for rug.
Triangular trap tsunami. Triangular trap tsunami. Triangular trap tsunami.
Little farmer, a big farmer. Playing words, gotta stay conscious. Gas, organic ganja. Wake and bake, 2 kamikaze.
Smoking OG, good. I crush it down, break it up, roll it and smoke it slowly. The organic grown trees, a puff of that good weed. Could put you on a vibe that can make for good stories. Go ahead and proceed to pass the joint and don't forget to play some music. It will stimulate the mind once you get into it. We can talk about it if you're into it. That's all me, let me and Too Cold get into it. We all about the music, we all about the movement, creating a new movement. All about the vibes and there's nothing to it. Legendary status is where we at. Music is therapy, so just relax. Triple dose of the music facts. No side effects, you know where it's at.
Little farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay jet, they can't relate. Family matters, they used to call me Steve Urkel with my suspenders on. In my buck tee, sober knew the shawty, and I was buck weed. Blood type diet, guess I'm a little farmer. Big farmer, still killing off the masses. Wake and bake, every episode a classic. I prefer a real body over a plastic. Son our muse, we been triangular trapping. Lil' farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze. Lil' farmer, a big farmer. Play on words, gotta stay conscious. Gas or organic ganja. Wake and bake, Tuco kamikaze.
What it do, y'all? It's the Wake and Bake 71. Yes, 71 episodes. You already know what time it is, man. We getting it in. We keeping it consistent week by week. We growing. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. You already know. Shout out to everybody checking in on the YouTube side, on the Twitter side. It's all love. I go by Lemmy. You know what I'm saying? We got Kamikaze in the building today. Shout out to Lost Art. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing over there, man? What's good with y'all? Just shout out Mr. JN. I see you. Shout out to my listeners on the YouTube. In and out the room. Y'all know what time it is.
Hey, what's happening? Hope everybody's good. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube side. Shout out to everybody here on Twitter Spaces. You know, we got to do our thing. Another episode, another great day. Appreciate you holding it down, Lemmy. Yeah, we in for a treat today. Shout out to Lost Art. Appreciate you pulling through. Yeah, we definitely gonna have an interesting episode today. I'm speaking about gatekeepers and blackballing. So today, you know, we're gonna speak about whether, you know, it is possible to get blackballed in the music industry, and who are the gatekeepers in the music industry? What are gatekeepers? Who are gatekeepers? What is being blackballed like in the music industry, if it is possible? So, yeah, we're gonna get into it. But yeah, shout out to Lost Art. You know, DJ NFT is like two days away. How you feeling about that, man?
I'm excited, nervous at the same time, happy at the same time. Still got a couple things to lock down, but I think we're good to go, man. I mean, these last 24 hours, actually since I made the last announcement, we've probably gotten around 24 tickets reserved. So we're probably around 134% capacity now. So excited. I saw somebody grab 10 tickets earlier today. They're from the Ethereum blockchain. I was able to find them. I won't dox them. But they put their Twitter name in there anyway. But yeah, looking forward to you know, engaging with everybody. You know, obviously we're gonna be displaying some of your promos and giveaways. But we're excited. We're super excited. You know, Lemmy's gonna be there performing. You know, it's gonna be my first time meeting him in person, so that's gonna be dope. And then we got, you know, quite a few activities lined up. I'm really looking forward for the art competition as well. I sort of showcased a trophy earlier today. It came out dope.
Awesome, man. Yeah, congrats once again on your maiden event, and it's amazing that it's happening during a time where, you know, we've gotten a verdict for, you know, the lawsuit. We've gotten like results on basically what we wanted to find out about what XRP is, you know, not being a security. So this is somewhat like one of the first XRPL parties, you know, celebrations. It's going to be one of the events where the community can kind of celebrate, you know. So it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited, and yeah, Sonar Muse does have something coming up. We're gonna make an announcement for it, but just for the people who are listening right now, if you are attending the DGNFT event, be sure to scan one of the QR codes from one of our banners that are going to be on display at the event. So only, I think, 6 or 5 people will be able to get a gift from us. If you fill in what we, require, you'll be able to get something new. We're gonna make an announcement for it real soon, but if you keep what we give you, you'll be in for a treat. But yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited to be one of the sponsors, and we do appreciate that you did consider us. So it's an honor for us to be able to sponsor your maiden event. So appreciate it once again.
No, thank you, bro. So for those of you who don't know, Sonar Muse is our featured music platform this year. We're super excited to have them as our featured sponsor. And again, this event's being put on not just through us, but through Sonar Muse. With their support, we couldn't have done it without them. This is a recurring event, so next year we're actually planning it on either late October or early November. In case you get the chance to sort of pull up, that'd be super dope.
For sure. So are we? Is it gonna be a lot of people from the community, like your community, your intermediate community, like Orange County, or you got some people flying in?
So this year we got, besides you flying in, we do have 1 or 2 more people flying in from New York.
Okay.
So this is going to continue to grow. This is meant to entice more people to travel into California, and we want to be a competitor in the space and sort of bring this technology and innovation to Orange County. Again, I was born and raised here, so with the sponsors that I've reached out to, definitely trying to cater quality. Sonar Muse, I've been seeing, sort of what they've been doing, from the sidelines. And one of the things that I gotta give Kamikaze flowers is his patience. I could only understand the eagerness to make announcements, and that takes a lot of self-discipline, in my opinion. So to being able to build, in the darkness, not many can really do that. And I feel it's the right way to build, in my opinion. But yeah, shout out to Sonar Muse and the whole team for sure.
I got a bar from you. I got a bar for you. Sonar, what I say? Sonar Muse. I changed my own station a weem away. I changed my location. Move at my own pace. No, I'm not racing. That boy let me gonna teach you about patience. We mad so loud. I mean, so not. Yeah, it's all about patience, man. So yeah, you gotta be able to weather the storm. You gotta be able to believe in your product, believe in your brand, and shit like that. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to DJ NFT. Shout out to Sonar Muse. We the XRPL rejects, man. We over here. We doing it. We the best in the game. They don't even know it. We the best in the game for real. But it ain't. It ain't even about that. It ain't even about that. If you know type situation. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday, man. We gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna bring some cameras. We gonna have some footage this time. I don't know what happened last time. I'm not gonna say nothing, but we gonna have shit. We gonna have some footage this time. For sure. I got cameras on deck. Phone cameras. I got to bring my other camera. We bringing that shit.
Can't wait. Yeah, let me all Liddy in the after hours fusion vibes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's get it. Looking for. I've been to California before, but I've never been to OC, so I'm looking forward to coming out there. I was just working a flight. I work at the airport, so I was just working a flight. I work the Orange County flight all the time, so I'm gonna come through and be on it this time. Yeah. But What we got? What we got for today, guys? What we talking about today? We got gatekeeping and blackballing.
Yeah. So, what does it mean to Okay, let's really start with gatekeepers. I think the best place to start is gatekeepers. So, what is a gatekeeper in the music industry, really? So, a gatekeeper is basically somebody who is it decides what information should kind of move past them to the group, and what information should not. So it's basically people who are in between you and getting to your end goal in a way. So some traditional gatekeepers in the music industry, or let me say in the media, are actually some editors, producers, reporters, directors, so A&Rs as well. Yeah. So those are somewhat the gatekeepers.
You ain't finna say no names?
It was not yet. So not yet. We're gonna get into it.
Nah. I'm just I'm finna pop this shit off early because I'm ready. I'm finna pop this shit off early.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we just gotta slide into it, like get in smoothly,
Right. This nigga talking like he finna have sex or some shit, man. Nigga talking like he finna go have sex.
You gotta be gentle, But yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gatekeeping it was apparently it was coined by a social psychologist by the name of Kurt Lewin in 1943. So that word has been around since 1943, and I guess it has evolved as time has gone. So I think some key stakeholders can be gatekeepers too, like even the regular people out there can be gatekeepers. But the gatekeepers probably have changed from the traditional music industry nowadays, and it's being more digital. Since we're more digital, I think like the music industry is now more focused on gatekeeping in a different way. The gatekeepers now are, in my opinion, of course the A&Rs, but at the same time it's also the streaming platforms where you put your music, as well as the social media platforms. They're now the gatekeepers, because now they can prevent you from reaching your core audience. You can't reach your fan base because they limit you. You have to pay for advertising. You have to pay for certain things to actually get further now, because of social media and these streaming platforms. Because now you probably now have to get placements to reach a wider audience. You have to get into playlists. You need to get into these certain things in order to now start making it in the music industry. So they gatekeep in that sense. So what would you say? That's true. That like the music industry's gatekeepers have kind of changed, or do you think it's still the same?
I still think it's
A&Rs are still. Do you think A&Rs are still in control most of the time, and music labels? I would also say labels can be categorized too.
there, the execs.
Before I respond to what you say, explain once again why you think that the streaming companies are gatekeepers again. Explain that again. Why you think that?
For sure. So for me, I think the streaming platforms are gatekeeping because you now need to get placements in order for you to get seen. Like Spotify has these playlists. They have those what are they called? The caviar playlists, whatever, those big playlists that they usually curate.
Okay.
And then like even Apple Music, these. I would even say like the billboards and all of that. That's a way of gatekeeping because now you only see the common people. There's a limited amount of artists that can make it. You have to pay to get your way there. If you don't have the resources to get to those those levels, then you won't make it. So it's somewhat like blackballing in a way, but like we'll get to blackballing though. But yeah, gatekeeping. I feel like there's people who like that who gatekeep, and then there's also artists who gatekeep too. I'll say artists also gatekeep. Some artists do gatekeep because there's people who are under them who probably want to make it too, and they don't help those artists who are under them get big. So yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, just to explain the reason why I say streaming platforms are gatekeepers because of that, and you have to pay for marketing in some way to get seen in those on those streaming platforms. Like you need to kind of pay to get a placement on those playlists, or probably get like your a poster or a billboard on those streaming platforms to try and reach an audience, just to be on the front page in some way.
For sure. So I'm gonna do it before I agree or disagree with what you just said. I'm gonna give you like my foundational view of gatekeeping as well. I watch a lot of Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley is like a huge figure in black community here in America, and he spoke on the Black Boule and like gatekeepers in our race. You know what I'm saying? And how they're the gatekeeping society in our race. So the Black Boule is like the foundation of gatekeeping here in this country. You know what I'm saying? It's really a huge fraternity of people, and it was some of the most prestigious black people in the country, in the world, that could only join it. And like these when we used to grow up and we used to be like, man, you acting boule, like somebody would say, man, you acting boule or shit like that. That mean you like acting stuck up and you like acting snotty. And we're not knowing, like, when we were saying it, like, it was really carrying weight. It would lead to this moment where I have to learn about the Black Boule. And it's a huge, like I said, it's a huge fraternity. And, he was as brazen as to go to their conventions with the cameras on, looking how he looked like. He looked like, he had his dreads, and Steve Coakley was a former politician, by the way. He's a former politician who, like, basically, he learned a lot, and he gave up that lifestyle to put the truth out there. You know what I'm saying? To enlighten his people, and he used to have seminars and huge things. And he was like, "Hey, this group is like they're under the skull and bones. They're gatekeeping their own people. They're keeping their own people out for these huge Masons and these skull and bone fraternities and shit like that." And at first, they wouldn't let rappers and actors in. They wouldn't let those people in. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like W.E.B. Du Bois. A lot of people were not gonna like me for this. Marcus Garvey. What is his name? Booker T. Washington. Like those guys. Like way back in the Harlem Renaissance, a lot of boule, a lot of black people was doing their thing. They were doing powerful things, but at the same time, everybody wasn't eating. You know, it was people eating, but everybody wasn't really eating, if you know what I mean, because of those gatekeepers. You know, politicians. You know, we can go as far as to say Martin Luther King was probably a gatekeeper. Anybody in those civil rights, it get deep. But we're gonna stick to the music. We're gonna stick to the music side of things. I don't want to veer too far if I want to make my point. But like, I'm just giving you the foundation, my foundational definition of a gatekeeper. That's where it comes from, the boule. And you know, now you fast forward to our athletes and our musicians. Like LeBron James has the boule symbol tattooed on his chest. You guys can Google it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's turned into that. It's something that they didn't want, but it's turned into that. You know, a lot of athletes, actors, musicians are a part of that black boule gatekeeping society that can hold a person like me or you back if we don't know any better. If we trying to stay firm and true to what we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's it get deep. I'm not gonna say no names yet, since Kamikaze said we're not gonna say no names, but you know, to piggyback off everything that he said, you know, it's a fact. You know, record labels are gatekeeping, artists are gatekeeping, and you know, you brought up a good point. Streaming platforms are gatekeeping. You know, it's all about the money. It's all about being in those fraternities. It's all connected. You know what I'm saying? They're a frat, and then the frats that look like the black people, they're connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like when they link up, it's like it's making it seem like what it really ain't. So you know, this is like, I get excited over topics like this. Shout out to Kimani. Over here on the YouTube, I was told it takes money to make money. Unity is strength. Shout out to Kimani. It sure does. But you know, and that's why we're here. We're investing in those assets that should be able to make us some money. But we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna try to do it in a way that's never been seen before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think a lot of artists. I think the artist is still the gatekeeper. I still think that the artist is the main root of the gatekeeper, because a lot of these artists, like the biggest artists in the game, they always had their own labels. Like from Jay-Z to the Cam'rons to Lil Baby, like the hottest rap artists now, like Lil Baby to Drake, they all have their own labels, and nobody will ever be bigger than that artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's like kind of gatekeeping in a sense, because everybody's trying to be the biggest. So if you want to be the biggest artist, you gotta create your own thing. But it's not. But it's like you gotta take what's given. Like if you're gonna be signed to a label with Drake, you know that you can't possibly be bigger than Drake, or you can't possibly be bigger than Lil Baby. It's kind of common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, the streets will know that you hotter. And they'll say that, hey man, I like this. I like him better than I like Drake. I like him and I like better than like Lil Baby. But they'll never allow you to be that way. You know, and sometimes jealousy could play a part. Sometimes or if you play your cards right, you know, you can ride the wave into sunset. But you know, that's just my foundational looking into it. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I agree with everything that you were saying, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a bit. So I do see why some people gatekeep, especially when it comes to big names. Because if they do promote a certain artist, their name is gonna be on the line too, you know. At some point, you know, their reputation is gonna go down if something negative comes about with the artist that they put on. Yeah, because you know, people can move a different way once you put them on. So when an artist is somewhat, discovered by a record company, then the machine is gonna start working and promoting and marketing and selling their music. They're gonna push them as much as they can, and if it doesn't work for them, for the record label, if it doesn't help them out in the long run, they're gonna make a loss. So they have to be so selective on who they really have to put on, for them. So even with the streaming platforms too, they have to be selective by selecting music that they see that is trending, that is the best, right now. Not just the new people, like with no streams at all. You can't really put them on unless they pay. They're gonna make their money. So they're really risking themselves by putting those people. Even if you're talented, you're really talented as an artist, you really have to put in the work as well to actually get yourself in the front. So that's one thing. So it's all about reputation at the end of the day with these gatekeepers.
See, but alright, and this is where devil's advocate is playing itself out, because it's like, if it's hot, it's hot. Like the reputational shit is like, yo, y'all got money already. Like these companies like Apple, Spotify, like the politics, like you're already locked in. Like you're locked in with with an entity that's already there. Like it's already lit. Like if you come out and say you went bankrupt, it's like, did they really go bankrupt, or are they really like not making money? I don't know. Their ties is deep, so it's like, and they might need to fall. They might need to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the shit kind of get lame. You know what I'm saying? The shit, it's like it's becoming see-through, and that's why we're here now. That's why we got the XRPL community. We're having these discussions now because. And that's why you built the platform that you built, because we see that these motherfuckers are lame. They've been robbing us for years, and now there's technology that's being created where we can finally become free. So we may need that to happen. We may need for them to keep let them keep doing what they doing, and then we'll do what we do over here. But if they give the real a chance and they stop gatekeeping, shout out to Kimani again. Unity is strength. Each one teach one, and then we can all eat. Stop gatekeeping. Somebody need to kick the gate down. We can all get this information, and we can all strive. But it's like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Nobody wants to get the information. Nobody wants to help. Nobody wants to, like, y'all done made enough money already. Apple Music, y'all made enough money. Spotify, y'all making millions. All of these record labels. Your bloodline is deep. Your bloodline runs deep with money. Like, how much more money does it take? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we that much of a threat? Are the people below you that much of a threat? To the point where if we can like gain leverage or do something with what we have or with our talents, that we're just gonna take you out. I don't know, man. That's where playing devil advocate. It's like it like kind of, it's lame now. It's like it's so see through and transparent. It's like, fuck y'all. We gonna do this shit regardless. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, even if it's even if they kind of say they bankrupt, they not really, because they taking most of the pie. The artists don't really get a piece of the pie, and we see that at the end of the year they've made billions in revenue. So it's impossible. It's really impossible for such machines to be bankrupt. Other gatekeepers, man, like forgetting about the radio. You know, one of the traditional gatekeepers. Radio stations also gatekeep because they limit which music is being played, which artists can be played at the same time. Right now, you know, there could be big artists, you know, artists who are making millions of streams on these platforms, or having a lot of listeners, lots of fans who aren't really in the spotlight. And I think that kind of leads to the blackballing part of things, but I don't want to get to that as yet, because I feel like blackballing, you know, speaks about a lot, you know. But with the gatekeepers, you know, the gatekeepers in the industry do notice the big independent artists, especially those who are making numbers. You know, like a person I'm gonna refer to is like XXXTentacion. You know, he was. I think they low key wanted to gatekeep and not let him in until they saw that his fan base was huge and that he was making waves. And that's when they decided, okay, yeah, let's look into him. Let's look into this kid and see what's going on. So that's when they were like, okay, let's let him in and not, you know, gatekeep and block him. But he was one of those artists that they kind of wanted to gatekeep and not put in the limelight, because they have a specific agenda or a specific, you know, goal to push a specific type of music out to the masses. So if you're not, you know, pushing that kind of music, then they won't want to work with you, you know. But yeah, overall, like, I would say, yeah, I agree with you when it comes to, you know, it kind of, you know, pushes itself out as in like these gatekeepers in terms of being the devil's advocate. You know, they do kind of you know, fade themselves out sometimes, because we do see that when it comes to industry plants, that's when we see that, okay, these gatekeepers are kind of losing it, because we can then determine like, okay, we haven't heard this person, we haven't seen this person before, and now they're all up in our faces. And we can see that, the machine is kind of messing up there when it comes to that kind of thing. Because, like, there's these, I don't know if you've seen it, like, these TikTok girls, like, they were trending for a while. Like, these girls that they were running and they were rapping, that song, Hello Christ, I'm about to sin again. Yeah, I don't know if you know that, those girls.
Nah, I didn't see it.
For real, you haven't seen, man?
Nah, you might
all over Twitter, man.
I might have seen it, but I just wasn't. You gotta refresh me, bro.
Yeah, let me try to pin something. But yeah, those girls, man, like they were pushing their music hella, bro. And now we see them like there's videos of them like at a Meg Thee Stallion concert, and like they were gonna get put on stage, and then like Missy Elliott like retweeting them and all of that, and now they like have a sponsor with Google, which is wild. Like Google them, and they have like emojis with their names. Like, yo, how did that happen? Because where the heck did they come from? So they're not hiding that they industry plus in that way.
Yeah.
So that's when the gatekeepers kind of mess up, when it comes to pushing industry plus. That's when you see that, okay, yeah, this is kind of messed up. I don't know, like at the time, during the SoundCloud era, I don't know if I can say he is or was a industry plot. There's one, I guess, Lost Arts he said he likes this guy, Lil Pump. In a way, he does. I won't say he's like favorite artist or something, but a Lost Star said he liked Pump's music.
My mouth. There's this one song that I said was catchy. That's what I said.
Oh,
that's
Gucci Gang.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet. Yeah. So yeah, Gucci Gang. Yeah, you see, like that song, right? That's when he started popping.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think that was one of the few, like, he only had that song and then maybe a song or two after that, you know, started popping, you know. Because he had that song, I think it's Boss. Yeah, he had that song, Boss. I don't know if that was his first hit or Gucci Gang was his first hit, you know. But yeah, after that, he's like slowly faded out. And, you know, J. Cole made a point where he said, like, he's gonna fall off, and he did. And he then went on to Love and Hip Hop. Like, I don't know, did he go on Love and Hip Hop?
Who, Lil Pump? Lil Pump was on Love and Hip Hop? I don't know.
I don't know. I think so. I think I did hear about that. But you see, like, he was just hard for a second, and that was kind of like the machine pushing that kind of thing. And then he had a song with Kanye West, which was kind of really out of pocket and out of the blue for me. I honestly think so. So yeah,
I never listened to that song, by the way. I always seen the little thing for the video, but I never clicked that shit because I'm like, nah, I ain't going for that shit. Hell nah. Was it good?
No, I wouldn't say so.
See, I didn't even waste my time.
It was. I guess it was okay because it was premiered on Saturday Night Live. That's where, you know, it came out with the music, somewhat the music video. So
okay. Now hold up. So just because a nigga released that shit on Saturday Night Live, make it like somewhat hot or what? Like, is that what you saying?
That's a way of, pushing it out there to the masses. You know, when you're on Saturday Night Live, it's like you kind of made it.
Facts, and that's the shit that I was talking about. That's a part of that gatekeeping, that gatekeeping structure. You know what I'm saying? That's when the boule link up with that other side that I was saying, that 322 skull and bone. Like, it's like a connection there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking with somebody at work today, and we was like, just sharing ideas and building or whatever. And he said the same thing that I've been thinking and been saying. It's not rocket science. Like, once you see this shit in front of you, once you see what's going on, and once you get enlightened on what's going on, it's not even rocket science no more. I know a lot of people may be trying to like figure it out like it's a algebra exam or like some trigonometry shit, but it's really simple. And this topic right here is like the fulcrum. This is like the meat of a lot of this entertainment shit, like the gatekeeping. The blackballing is something else, but the gatekeeping is like everything, because it's like the gatekeepers are like where I work at, and during COVID, they would call us. They would say we was on the front lines. They was like, all right, we the front line workers. Like y'all on the front lines. Y'all doing everything it takes. Y'all doing the shit that we're not doing. Like, we like the offensive line of football. Like, the front line, like, battling, taking the scars, getting the wounds, getting hit, really in the field. Your gatekeepers is on the other side. It's like, that's who we up against. But sometimes we don't even know that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, but a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's who you up against. That gatekeeper is the front line for them niggas. For those people. Like, especially in our community, like the black boule gatekeeper, them niggas is the front line. Like, it's like we up against them. and it's like a lot of people don't know it. They try to figure out like, damn, why I can't get here, why I can't get this, or why I can't get that. But if you understand it, you probably wouldn't be going as crazy as you really think you would. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kimani again. That's fam right there, by the way, too. That's my fam. That's my West Coast family. He said it's the jealousy. The bigger ones don't want anyone to surpass them. And it's a fact. You know, I can get real deep with this shit. Like, so the Black Boule, it's spread it out to the Divine Nine. Like, I don't know who went to college. I don't know who listened and went to college and like pledged to any frat or anything. I don't got nothing against it, but that's a part of the Black Boule. Like, and a lot of them don't even know that. A lot of those people who, some of them know, but a lot of them, others don't. And I'm not, and I can't really speak for them. I can't speak for them what a motherfucker do and don't know. But what I do know is that the fraternity shit is like, it's an extension of the Black Boule. So, you know, once I learned that and once I started to connect it, it's like, it's kind of like simple arithmetic. It ain't hard no more. It's like, oh, it's simple. Like, these people created a structure and it's very well orchestrated. It's very well calculated and it was very well thought through. It's like a code. It's like a code behind this shit. Like, you got to be part of that code in order to move up. But now that people are realizing this shit and they seeing it for what it is, it's like, people are talking, people are speaking up, but you know, at the same time, you don't want to speak up to the wrong individual. You want to kind of move smart, because if you got kids, you got a family to feed and shit. You don't want to be making yourself vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of is what it is. Where we at in this world, it's like it was written. You know, I don't know anybody religious beliefs, but I like the Bible. I like to read the Bible because that's what I grew up on. But it's written in almost every book that you kind of go through and see. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, good topic, because this topic right here is the meat. Is like the foundation. Like, if somebody was to go to school and try to learn about this shit, this is what I would teach first, because it would then hold you accountable to see what's holding things back. Then you got to be held accountable, because once you get taught what it is, like who the gatekeepers are and who the people are in our communities holding us back from being great, or, you know, getting a piece of the pie, so to speak, then it's up to you. Now you got to hold yourself accountable, and you got to find out how to move. No more complaining. No more wondering why this, why that. You got to get it out the mud now. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know why. And some people ain't really willing to handle the truth like that. They might join that shit. They might join it. So yeah, that's my spiel.
Yeah, for sure. And see, Adam mentioned P. Diddy. He says P. Diddy's a gatekeeper.
I agree. P. Diddy is definitely a gatekeeper. I mean, shit. Like, look at the game, man. We can go on the timeline, man. Like, P. Diddy is one of them. He's at the cream of the crop, man. He's done a lot in this game to get where he's at. That's all I'm gonna say. And he also asks, is Drake a gatekeeper? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I would say that. Yeah, I guess he is. He basically puts a lot of. I would want to commend Drake for kind of putting, you know, artists who he has a good team who actually scouts and listens to, you know, underground rap and stuff like that, and then they find the artists who are, or artists / producers who are, you know, making, you know, waves, and then they start to, you know, want to work with them. Mm-hmm. But there's always been this thing that people say that if Drake ever jumps on a song of yours, you're gonna fall off at some point. You're gonna fall off because you won't be able to keep up the trajectory of the hype of what he brings for you. Only a select few have survived, but not many have. It's like he takes the Infinity Stones and he goes with it, kind of thing. So he's collecting all the Infinity Stones in some way, kind of, to keep himself also afloat at the same time. But he also kind of pushes artists in that way. So yeah, he kind of does gatekeep in a way,
Yeah, without a doubt, those two are gatekeepers for sure. For sure.
Shout out to Adam. So I'm gonna explain like a few of the gates,
Before you expose the gates, I'm gonna just read a few comments I got over here. Shout out to XRP Bags. He says unplug them on YouTube exposes the boule. And Kimani says sacrifices were made to get some people in the position they are in. That's the answer to why some of us don't reach some heights. We are not willing to do certain things for fortune and fame. And those are big facts. Shout out to XRP Bags for the unplug, and shout out to Kimani for speaking his mind. It's a fact, man. Come to the Wake and Bake. We chop it up all day, every day about the blood sacrifices, the rituals. We get in deep. We might get in deep on this show. We might get it in on this show. We just, like Kamikaze said, we trying to slide in. You know what I'm saying? We trying to slide in gracefully. So slide in like you making love. So it's all love. We gonna get there. We gonna open up. We gonna open it up for sure. Yeah, man. It ain't rocket science, man. Shout out to everybody checking in. The financial freedom is with the crypto. Holla at us if you need if you need some help on trying to make the investment, man. We gotta free ourselves. It ain't everything ain't good with it, but it's good with it. You dig? But go ahead, Kamikaze.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to explain a few of the possible gates that must be opened for a musician to get their art in front of a potential audience. So these are somewhat like gatekeepers in a way. So this is basically the steps in how you can unlock and reach an audience. So the artist must first go through either self-management or professional management, who then puts out their music, or who helps them put out their own CDs or puts out their music to the masses, or they either get signed to a record label, right? That's another gate. So the first gate is the artists, of course, themselves. They have to get through that and find the second gate, which is self-management or professional kind of management. So you need a manager or something, or if you're good at that, if you are really good at multitasking and managing yourself, then you could do that into the second gate, which is the management side. Thirdly, if you want to push it to the next level, then you could try to reach out to the third gate, which is the record labels, who then sends the artist's music to the fourth gate, which is the music stations and directors within those music stations, for airplay and being considered to get into the fifth gate, which is the writers, the editors at magazines and newspapers and all these blogs, to get exposure, to get possible exposure. And then that fifth gate kind of helps you start getting buyers, and it helps you get a further reach to the sixth gate, which is the buyers at distributors, so they'll be able to persuade you to sell your records to the seventh gate, which is the retail stores, so the eighth gate is artists themselves or booking agents try to secure live performances or to play in front of the audience, which is where the gate gets open. So the seventh gate, the retail stores, kind of help you out to market so that you yourself can now start securing performances and getting out there even further. So yeah, this is somewhat like a formula or some steps that you can take. It may be traditional, but it still kind of applies in this age where you can just replace some of these with digital versions of them, so this is somewhat a way for you to kind of formulate a way to reach your audience, get through the gates, these certain gates, and then you can somewhat push your career a bit further. So as an artist, you can't really just expect to be out there just by making good music. Talent is not going to be enough nowadays, Talent is not good enough because there's people, and I just heard this recently, that there's people with 20% of your talent who are making 100% of more than you have made, 100% of the revenue, that you have made, so, or 100 times the revenue you make. And that's how it is, so it kind of is more about, if you're willing to, push yourself, go the extra mile to just try get through some of these gates, it is kind of hard because, in this day and age, a lot of music is being released on the regular. Every day, I would say every second, there's like maybe 1,000 songs being released right now. So A&Rs are kind of having a hard time being able to find music. So the only way they can find like someone who can get through the gates of A&R is, looking at their socials and whatnot, like seeing if they have the audience and if they have the image that would best fit, for them, is the best fit for them and for marketing, distributing, and selling, music and whatnot. So yeah, this is kind of the way it kind of works, and some of the steps that you would have to take. So
real quick, I got a question and I got a comment on the YouTube side. Shout out to Jay. What up, my boy? Jacob Smith. He asks this question: at which gate are you no longer at your free will? Which gate does the systematic sacrifices come in and you have to do what they say to excel? You can answer it too. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. Shit, I think it starts at the record deal, cause like when me and Jacob is my partner, right? We was talking about the baby for the baby example. He said he been watching the baby from he was on his grind. You know what I'm saying? Getting it out the mud, doing whatever he was doing. He was probably independent. He probably had some money behind him. He probably had some people behind him doing whatever, but it was at an independent level. Then he started to be seen, and I heard he went to what's the name of that shit called? The shit in Austin, Texas, South by Southwest, and he wore a diaper, and then they was calling him Baby Jesus or some shit like that. And then that was like a sacrifice. That was like a humiliation, cause like what grown ass man gonna go outside with a diaper on? You know what I'm saying? And go rap to his audience, to his fans, after he was looking a certain way, after he came out fresh and doing his thing. No, not a lot of artists is gonna do that. That's almost like a nigga going outside wearing a dress. You know what I'm saying? A straight man, a straight man at that, going out wearing a dress. So I think it starts when you start to get that notoriety, and you let these labels know, like, hey, you give them that interest, like, yo, I want the deal. It starts there, and then I think at each gate, in order to get into each gate, then it comes with something. So that's where we eliminate the whole trigonometry aspect. It kind of gets simple, but you gotta be a student of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really study the game, and I think at each gate, each door you gotta go through, it's like something. So the first gate to sign the deal, you might have to do some lower level shit. Then to move up again, they might want you to do something else. And then, as we can see with the Baby, and it's documented, you can look this shit up. He dropped his album after his father that died. I personally think that was a blood sacrifice, but that's where we gonna start to get deeper. And shout out to Kimani. He said, pause with the slide in. You absolutely right. Can't expose too much. Stopping anyone from making a cent can be problems. Gatekeepers, unlock the gates. Let the people eat. But Kamikaze, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, for sure. So, for me, where it starts, I would say it depends. So if you go the self-management route, then you probably might not be able to, go through all of that of like selling yourself short. Unless if you get professional management, that's where it is. The first gate, the second gate, I would say, like, after first gate is yourself, the artist. So self-management or professional management. If you go the professional management route, that's when, you can kind of lose it. Because if your manager could lead you astray and then push you to a record label who gives you a shady contract, and the management doesn't read the contract or tell you the truth about what's in the contract. So that's where it kind of starts for me. That's my opinion. The record label is just, there to kind of guide you based on the kind of deal you strike with them. So, of course, yeah, if you go, the record label also can be where, things start going downhill, where you start losing yourself and selling yourself in order to kind of get the fame and do things that you wouldn't usually do. That's not, part of your morals. You stray away from your morals just to get the fame and the fortune. So yeah, the management is where I feel like it all starts. If you don't have a good manager or someone who's watching over you, you could go the wrong path. So if you choose self-management, it means that you have to educate yourself about the ins and outs of the industry and what you need to do. You need to know the jargon, the colloquial, I guess, as well, of the music industry, and, the contracts if you want to reach or get signed to a label. You need to understand all of that. You need to study the game and see what it's about and how it is, and then move accordingly if you don't want to, get struck by them. So that's my take. That's where I feel like it kind of starts. You need to be able to discern and tell where where you want to go and who you really want to be at the end of the day. So if you really want to go the self-management route or the professional management route, that's where it all starts.
For sure, yeah. Because I mean, yes, even with self-management, like, and you actually see the self-management thing is kind of tricky because you can have your own label, but then you can still go the distribution route. And we all know the distribution thing is like smoke and mirrors. Like, we had that discussion already. Like, when you sign to like, who do we consider like the major labels? Like, probably Universal, Atlantic, Sony. I would even look at Empire as like a major label now. They're a major distribution label. So like, I feel like, you know, once you get into those entities, yeah, you might still be managing yourself, but you're signed to one of those entities who are like linked with I would say like an elite structure. Like, they're linked to like real gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it can get dicey. That's all. It can get tricky, and the you can still make yourself susceptible or open yourself up to a sacrifice. I don't know. Cause all the artists that sign those distribution deals, I slick see it happening. I slick already see it happening with them, or it's happened. Some of them are even dead. 3 of them off the top of my head are dead. Dolph, Extentacion, and King Von. And that's 3 off the top of my head. It's more. But we've done a lot of talking so far. Oh, go ahead, Kamikaze.
For sure. Before we get into the music, I would want you to check out the stuff that I post on the Jumbotron. Those are the girls, bro.
Okay, for sure.
They're called Fly and the Boss. The industry plot. So check them out. If you haven't seen them before, are you familiar with them?
You might have to DM it to me because I'm on my phone and I don't want to mess up the space. DM it to me, and then I'm gonna try to play it from my computer.
Alright, bet. Let me DM it. Cool. Sent right now. Yeah, sent.
Yeah, for sure. So a few more comments. The gate starts with you. This Kimani. The gate starts with you when you start giving up your beliefs for the money and fame. And Jacob says Mo3. Yeah, Mo3 from Dallas. He was on Empire as well. So it was like it was a big time meme going out where they were saying like these artists on Empire's label, they're all dead, and it's like what's the trend with these artists dying? And I think it was like they're recouping money off of Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke is another one I think who was on Empire, and these were like these motherfuckers. They made a huge impact in a little bit of time. So it's like, you know, but we talk about that on Wake and Bake. We talk about the posthumous deaths. We talk about the deaths. We talk about the labels cashing out. Like the gatekeepers and the labels are cashing out on dead bodies right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like ever since Nipsey Hussle died, and you know it's another thing with Nipsey Hussle because or was taken away, wiped out. Because you know there's a lot of conspiracies out there. Like he may not even be dead. You know, it's ever since his demise, it's like it's been that trend. It's been that trend. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna check out these check out what Kamikaze just sent me real quick, and we're gonna get into it. You sent the Kamikaze? Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. It's in the DMs. Sent it in the group.
Alright, cool. I'm about to look at it now. Nah, bro, I could look at this shit now. I've never seen this shit before. I'm about to watch it.
To that man, but I'm not feeling it. Lord Christ, I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to that man, but I'm not feeling him. I'm made of sugar, spice, connect, cologne, and cinnamon. Me and my bestie are the same, like a synonym. I be Michael Phelps, all the brand deals that I'm swimming in. You can call me Dr. Evil, cause I got many men invested in this pussy, and this shit is paying dividends. Slap a bitch, bitch, slap back, cause I'm feminine.
Like me, now you wish you can never, ever be you.
I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to that man, but I'm not.
Hold on, I'm gonna run it back for my YouTube watcher. So this is explain it again. Explain it again for the listeners, because I never seen this before. I'm about to show. I was being.
So they call Flyana Boss, right?
Yeah.
Like they just came out of nowhere. Like I guess they've been consistent with making videos like this where they're running and then they're rapping their lyrics. So the first one like that.
I think you rugging, my boy. I think you rugging. You might have to tap out, tap back in. But yeah, this.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. All right, bet. Cause like my power just went out, so I just wanted to check. Yeah, so they kind of that's where they came from. They just came from TikTok. I just saw this on Twitter. I've been seeing it on Twitter for the past last month and past 2 months actually, and like they've been running. So now like they've been making these kind of videos. I think that's a niche that they run. And they've been consistent with it, so it's another way of marketing. And they just came out of nowhere. Then all of a sudden they had a Meg The Stallion concert. Meg The Stallion notices them in the crowd and brings them on stage. So it's like what are the chances, what are the odds actually of that happening? And then also what else? Then Missy Elliott kind of retweeted them on her birthday because they sent her birthday wish, running and all of that. And then now all of a sudden Google makes this, makes that comment on their TikTok saying "run through our office next." How is it possible that they made it to the Google offices? Like where? How? So now Google even made. If you search them on Google, there's an animation that appears.
Google is a big. You know what? I was looking for some topics about this topic today on Google, and I would say Google is a huge gatekeeper themselves. They're obviously not the same. It's hard to find information on Google. They really like pre-COVID, post-COVID, you can really see Google work their hand. Like they blocking a lot of information from being seen. Like Google is a part of that structure, man. They not fucking around. But let me play it before we lose track of who these girls are. So this is the Flyana Boss. I never seen them before. You guys probably had. This is my first time. So yeah, we gonna check them out one more time before we start playing some music.
Lord Christ, I'm about to sin again. I said I love you to that man, but I'm not feeling him. I'm made of sugar, spice, connect, cologne, and cinnamon. Me and my bestie are the same, like a synonym. I be Michael Phelps, all the brand deals that I'm swimming in. You can call me Dr. Evil, cause I got many men invested in this pussy, and this shit is paying dividends. Slap a bitch, bitch, slap back, cause I'm feminine.
Like me, now you wish you can never, ever be that bitch.
Lord Christ.
onto it, because
oh shit,
you know, I'm not accustomed to that kind of thing. I think it would be a good way to kind of get into the scene, because TikTok now kind of has their own streaming platform. It's interesting. So they have their own streaming platform. They a gatekeeper themselves. I don't know if you've seen that video about like how TikTok functions as this artist who kind of exposes how TikTok kind of gets people. So they make one of your videos viral. It goes viral. Like maybe you like these girls, like one video you get like millions of views, and then after that they suppress your stuff, and then you won't get as many views as you got for that one big video. Is to get dopamine, right? Because dopamine is like the craziest drug like right now for people. Like dopamine, we want to get all that attention, the likes and whatnot. So they do that so that you can push more content and release more content and be more active on TikTok. So now that they have like the streaming platform, it now would allow you to kind of get in front of a wider audience, and your music might just, like, if your song is trending, then you'll be able to be in the front of their streaming platform and get plays and stuff like that, and then potentially get used in TikToks for other people. So it's an interesting dynamic. I really see what TikTok's doing, but like at the same time, it's like they pushing a whole, you know, they like a drug dealer in a way. So they got people fiending for them likes and those views and getting, because it's crazy how people get these millions of streams and all of that, you know, then and listens and whatnot in a short span of time. So they want you to keep being active and posting and look at the short attention span, because like TikToks are super short. Some of them, yeah, of course, can be long, but like the ones that gather people's attention are usually the shortest kind of ones. I know Lost Star wanted to say something.
No, I wanted to set an emoji up, but no, I completely agree with that. It's an addiction. I mean, they know what they're doing when it comes to social media and how they can sort of keep creators to do what they have to do.
For sure, man. It's really wild. The social media age is crazy. So like, yeah, this is why I say they the gatekeepers. Social media and streaming platforms are the gatekeepers. But yeah, let's take a break. Let's get into some music. And then oh yeah, I sent my requests in the chat, in the group. So yeah, let's get into some music, and then we'll speak about blackballing, and if it is possible to get blackballed in the music industry. Let's talk about that next.
All right, for sure. And just before we get into it, my YouTube people, if I happen to go on mute, just type in no sound, because I just gotta press this button over here. You know, we be playing things and stuff like that. But shout out to everybody checking in. If y'all new to the show, I'm Lemmy. We got Kamikaze, that's the co-host. Too Cold is another co-host. Shout out to her. She's always gonna be our co-host, despite the news that just came out yesterday. You know, I'm an artist. You know, and I'm just, you know, I'm a investor as well. You know what I'm saying? On the XR, we repping the XRPL blockchain. This is Kamikaze. He's the developer and co-founder of Sonar Muse, which is a blockchain platform on the XRPL. We all met through this cryptocurrency, you know what I'm saying, XRP. And, you know, this is the Wake and Bake, where we chop it up about music. You know, we take time away from the crypto community and we chop it up about music. And, you know, we really get deep. We go in. We don't have no boundaries with it. So, you know, we hope you're enjoying the show. When we play our music, we're about to play some music right now. We're only playing music from the Sonar Muse platform. So this is blockchain music only. If you know any artists, feel free to invite them to the show. if you are artists, feel free to let us know. Tap in with us. We can get you on the platform. Sonar Music is a platform that's putting the artist first, where you can release NFTs. You can create your own page, link up your XRP wallet with your page, and be able to monetize. Be able to create wealth for yourself through web monetization. It's really too good to be true. If you ask me, if you let me speak from it, I'm a beta tester on the platform. I'm only releasing music from there now, so you know what I'm saying. And right now this is our show that we do every Thursday, 2 p.m. We usually try to make the show 2 hours, but we started a little late, so we'll probably get about 1 more hour in before we get going. But tap in with us every Thursday, 2 p.m. There's a lot more in store. There's also a podcasting page where podcasters can come through and earn web monetization as well. So tap in with us on the Twitter, YouTube. Hit us up on the phone. Kimani, we already got Old Nasty on the platform. Old Nasty got 2 songs on the platform. I'll probably play one of his songs for you, bro. So Old Nasty was the first artist to release music on the Sonar Music platform from jail. So shout out to Old Nasty, and I was able to purchase one of those songs. So you already know we already putting family first. But just wanted to put that out there for everybody checking in. Shout out to everybody checking in, and it's more on the way. Let's get into some music right now. We at the halfway point of the show. We're gonna get into some music, and we gonna keep it moving. Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Living fast like XRP. My life is an NFT. 3T, blockchain P. 3 to 5 seconds with the speed. Ripple top 5,000 companies in the world while you Twitter browsing. We the highest blockchain in the mountain. XRP drip coming out my fountain. So keep your mouth sealed when monetizing is real. Power remittances in Japan, partnerships in Thailand. I'ma reject on this XRPL. Shout out Trizzy the guy with neighborhood tales.
Neighborhood tales, now we taking over. Was drinking quarter waters, now I'm making quotas. Money on my ledger, I done crossed over. Currency exchange, I done flipped a lot of change. Made racks from my pockets, felt pains. Cause that XRP took off like some Delta planes. My brother told me invest in some new things. Stock markets, they ain't teach us what it could bring.
From ATL down to Mar-a-Lago. Goldman Sachs made the Wells Fargo. We hide it in the grill with some charcoal. XRP payload optimized with cargo. Pay all my mortgage and pay all my car note. Generational wealth, living like Jack Harlow. Living life fast like it's no tomorrow. Wipe away my tears, forget all my sorrow.
Time and time again, I'm just here to win. More than bills can't be where all my money spent. See my moves, now they all become a new trend. Came from a hooligan, Trizzy, they're gonna be schooling them. Smarter than a mug, but I'm a fool with the pen. Had to leave the block, now I can't fool with the pen. A shark tank, either way with the fish I'ma swim. Me and Lemmy with the XRP tokens, we fishing them in.
Living fast like XRP. My life is an NFT. 3T, blockchain P. 3 to 5 seconds with the speed.
Man, Lemmy, I'm tired of talking to these newbie stupid motherfuckers, man. Hey, if you wanna get rich, you need to fuck my bitch. Hey, what's up? This X-rated, aka coin pimping, aka your mama's motherfucking favorite troll. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't even, I ain't even gonna talk about Ethereum, but let's go on some ISO 20022 shit. You know, my main bitch is XRP, my other bitch after that is XLM, then comes Algorand, then come motherfucking XDC and IOTA, man. Like, I'll keep all them bitches in one house. That motherfucker called the Nano Ledger, man. Y'all stupid motherfuckers, y'all need to get with it, cause y'all motherfuckers gonna get left behind, fucking around, fucking with dollars and shit like that. Y'all motherfuckers ain't trying to have no assets. Y'all motherfuckers ain't trying to have no digital assets. Y'all motherfuckers trying to stay broke, man. Hey, if you wanna stay broke, Man, fuck with dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with dollars if you want to stay broke. You trying to get rich, you need to fuck my bitch. Easy, early. Motherfucking X-rated, aka coin pimpin', aka your mama's motherfucking favorite troll. I'm out, bitch.
Living fast like XRP. My life is an NFT. 3T blockchain P. 3 to 5 seconds with the speed.
Villain. Gang. Yeah. Let's get it. Make it by any means necessary, and I ain't gon' stop until I become legendary. And dirty ain't clean, so my words ain't sanitary. And I'm about to kill this verse until it's in the cemetery. Yeah, cause I'm really working hard. Cause rapping is my job, and I ain't gon' stop until I'm at the top. Yeah, until I am a boss. Yeah, I really am a boss, so it means I'm at the top. Yeah, look what your niggas just made and you made a mistake. Seeing advantage, a nigga just take it. I'm so advanced and you niggas so late. I'm so advanced and you niggas dead weight. I'm so ahead and you niggas amazed. I'm so ahead and your girl give me head and I call that a head start. She give me head so she helping me get smart. You feeling me? Cause I ain't feeling your energy. Middle fingers to my enemies. And I just gave you the best of me, so you asked for it. You niggas be tripping no passport, and I pass all you niggas like fast forward. And I'm living my dreams, making cash for it. I ain't really got time for your sad stories, and I mean it. I'm the man, you a fetus. I'm the winner, you defeated. I got plans, can't you see it? I got plans that I believe in. I got goals that I'm achieving. I'm the man that people believe in. If I dream it, then I can achieve it. Just believe it. A nigga gotta make it by any means necessary, and I ain't gon' stop until I become legendary. A nigga gotta make it by any means necessary, and I ain't gon' stop until I become legendary. A nigga gotta make it by any means necessary, and I ain't gon' stop until I become legendary. A nigga gotta make it by any means necessary, and I ain't gon' stop until I become legendary.
One of the first things that the independent African nations did was to form an organization called the Organization of African Unity. The purpose of our organization of Afro-American Unity, which has the same aim and objective, to fight whoever gets in our way. And bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
I'ma finish this. Nowadays, people can't keep it a buck. They go behind your back, nigga, like nunchucks. Show you what I do when people run their mouth. You out of shape, so we can't work this out. Act like Clark Kent, I make you take flight. I ain't blood, but I'll be a kryptonite. Like two mirrors, nigga, better watch your back. When I shoot, you better duck like Affleck. Only one way, handle like Carlito. You threw a low blow, nigga, like a torpedo. Dog disrespect me, put his face in vomit. Marvel fans burn DC Comics. Daughter out wedlock, nigga no ring. Named her Summer, she was my offspring. My daughter a shooter, don't need to get paid. She do it on her cycle like Super Dave. Don't care you deep like you sing on choirs. Want all the smoke like a forest fire. Whoever said you nice, nigga, they a liar. Want all the smoke like I peeled out tires. Don't care you deep like you sing on choirs. Want all the smoke like a forest fire. Whoever said you nice, nigga, they a liar. Want all the smoke like I peeled out tires. Only 2 years and 3 nominations. Get off my dick, I don't need masturbation. Let y'all know I'm taking all the smoke. Easter passed, but I still put them in yolks. Your girl love wearing my rap fame snapback. That's what you call taking rabbits out the hat. I call out rappers who want smoke. Like Reggie told Knicks, your whole team choked. Thought you could hide when on vacation. My dogs be in different spots like Dalmatians. Rappers hear me, they wanna hear me again. Like the master class, I make them pick up a pen. Senior comments in fine print, that was bold. You undercover, ain't talking about you cold. Hit on your head, get scratched like a VIN. Like an auction, cause I'm doing a bid. You the type to get locked and drop names. Red beam on even though I'm close range. Your bitch is ugly, I wouldn't break my neck. My bitch keep her ass like she walking with Shrek. Balls over your head like the razor's edge. Locked up, second floor, another bar over your head. Niggas rapping off beat, how you see me? I'm so ill, I gave the beat a STD. Don't care, you deep like you sing on choirs. Want all the smoke like a forest fire. Whoever said you nice, nigga, they a liar. Want all the smoke like I peeled out tires. Don't care, you deep like you sing on choirs. Want all the smoke like a forest fire. Whoever said you nice, nigga, they a liar. Want all the smoke like I peeled out tires. Tell 'em.
Break down these walls surrounding me. Give way to the light, shut out the darkness. What is this? Why you caging me in a place where I can't be set free? I'm letting
All right. We back. It's Wake and Bake 71. Yes, sir. That was some good little music right there. Every song we just played was strictly off the Sonar Muse platform. The first track was Living Fast Like XRP, myself featuring Trizzy the God. The second track, that was Kamikaze. What was the name of that song, bro? That was Killer Strider featuring Our Blessing. What was the name of that song again?
Yeah, it's By Any Means Necessary by Killer Strider and Art Blessing from the album As the World Turns.
Yes, sir.
It's one of my favorite songs, man. Like, yeah, gotta keep going. Gotta keep doing what you need to do by any means necessary. But I'm not gonna stop, until I become legendary. But doesn't mean that I'm gonna sell my soul, though, or anything like that. I just gotta keep doing me, working hard,
Big facts.
But yeah.
Big facts. Third song was All the Smoke, Oh Nasty, and the last song was Release Me by Voltrex. They are currently a Sonar Muse MVP. They in the MVP running. They're MVP candidate. They doing their thing. Shout out to them. So once again, the Sonar Muse is out there for the taking. If you're a new artist, tap in with Killer Strider, aka Kamikaze. He's here in the room. Express your interest. They doing big things with their platform. Shout out to their whole team and everything that they got going on. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I'm gonna post a link in the YouTube for the people who want to just check it out and listen to music. You can feel free to click that link and see what this blockchain music, see where the blockchain music is going, man. See if you could get in with this frequency. If you're not really liking what's going on in the music industry right now, see what the up and coming artists are talking about, man. The ones that's underground. But we about to transition into the blackball side of things. The blackball side, the second portion of our discussion. Gatekeeping and blackballing. I got a few articles on it, but Kamikaze, I'm pretty sure you want to open up on that. This was your topic, so you got anything you want to share regarding being blackballed in the industry?
For sure. So I also have some articles or some tweets. I don't know if they're called tweets anymore. Some posts.
Yeah.
On the jumbotron right there. So first, before we even get into blackballing, right, and the topic, let's first define what it is. What is to get blackballed, right? So blackball, the traditional definition is basically to vote against allowing someone to be a member of an organization or a group. So it's short for black ballot, basically, but they shortened it to blackball. So black ballot for when voting, I guess, when it's like getting into parliament and stuff like that. That's where the word came in. So now blackballing is when you ban someone. Right now, that's basically what blackballing is now in common terms. It's basically, it's an act of excluding or ostracizing someone. So the question is, with this topic is it possible for a musician or artist in the music industry to get blackballed? Is that even possible? Do you think it's possible?
Yeah, without a doubt. I got some articles saying with people saying that you can't get blackballed, but without a doubt, I think that in my case where blackballing became most prevalent, like when I seen it like starting to come up, like everybody in this space know that Max B is one of my favorite artists, and he was if you know anything about Max, he was beefing with Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying, and he was one of those artists that kind of made a name for himself, like he got it out the mud, he got out of jail, he linked up with Jim Jones and was writing music for them. You know, he supposedly wrote some of Jim Jones' biggest songs, and you know, he ended up going to jail again. He ended up going to jail for something else, and you know, it was kind of they was having a rough time trying to get him out of jail. And you know, once they did get him out, like they put up a house, they put up some money. You know, Jim Jones kind of signed him to a slave record deal, which was like 10 album deal. You know, you got to do 10 albums before you can get out this deal. And you know, Max B wasn't having it, so he kind of went against the grain. He didn't do it, but at the same time, he was using, whether he was being blackballed or not, Max B used his word like, yo, they trying to blackball me. You know, like signing me to this deal and doing things like that. But I'm not willing to do it. So, you know, Max B used the term blackball. And, you know, me being a fan of that and not really feeling the business aspect of what Jim Jones was trying to do, I was with it. I was like, yeah, that's blackballing in my eyes. I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're not releasing, like, you may have music that's out already, like for the people to hear, but blackball in my eyes is when you got more music that you want to release. You might be signed to somebody and you got a deal with somebody and you want to release your new music and they not releasing it. That's blackballing. You borrowing somebody from, you know, even although you call the shots and yes, that artist signed the deal, and you know, whether, you know, stipulations in the deal saying, hey, we control your music and when you want to drop it. At the same time, if an artist is there putting in the work and, you know, fulfilling the requirements and you're not releasing their music, I look at that as a blackball. You're not allowing them to like achieve and do what it takes to elevate. That's blackballing in my eyes. You know, like the wave is kind of subsided. It hasn't but it has subsided.
Feel you. Yeah. Let me take the devil's advocate stance. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the devil's advocate route, saying, so you can somewhat. I do agree, though. Honestly, I do believe you can, but let me take the route of you can't really, because if you on the internet, if you're an internet artist, someone who can put music on streaming platforms with ease, then you can't get blackballed. If you can still promote your stuff, if you can put it on the internet, then yeah, for sure you can't get blackballed. But at the same time, it's all about if those platforms are going to allow you to still put music up, you know.
Nah. Hold on, Kamikaze. I don't mean to cut you off. Nah, because those artists, you don't see that happen, especially with these mainstream artists. Like, yes, I get it. You got streaming platforms, you got YouTube, you got certain things, but I think that even if you try to do something like that, it's like a breach of contract. Like, you can't release music on your own. Like, a lot of those artists cannot release music on their own. That's why they don't do it. You know, it's somewhere along the lines in that contract where you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, because a lot of these artists do thousands of songs. They got, a lot of these mainstream artists, they got a shitload of songs. I'm starting to be able to have a lot of conversations with people at my job, and I had to do it. I had to say something because the devil advocate, you know, the angel in me wanted to come get the devil real quick. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody was showing me the shit at work today, or the other day. Meat Mill was saying what the music about the content and the shit I rap about sells, so that's why we rap about it. And I was like, well, you know, he basically saying he sold his soul. Like, he got to do what they say. You know what I'm saying? me and my coworker just laughed about it. They'll allow you to release that music, but if you talking about something the polar opposite, then and you probably got 1,000 songs of some high frequency shit, and you meet Mill, they're not gonna let you drop it. And even if you try to drop it, something's gonna happen to you behind the scenes. Cause I feel like if they was doing exactly what you said, if they were able to do exactly what about the point you're bringing, they would do it. They would do it, but they can't. So that's what I wanted to get through.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm speaking in terms of indie artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that sense. But yeah, for sure, if it's a major artist, the only way they can kind of release music without breaching the contract is if, you know, they quote unquote leak it. You know, if it gets leaked, then that's the only way they can kind of, you know, put a middle finger to the labels and say, hey, if I'm not able to do this, you know, then it got leaked. You know, what can we do? You know, it wasn't really leaked by me. It was leaked by somebody else. Someone, you know, just sent all these songs. But yeah, there's an article here. I don't know if you also have the same article where Russ disagrees that artists can be blackballed, right?
I got it. I got that one too.
Yeah.
So I got a question. I got a question real quick for you before you get into that one. How could an indie artist really get black? I don't think that an indie now I don't think that an indie artist can get blackballed because you in control of your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you in control of your own destiny. Like now, if you want fame as an indie artist, then you're probably gonna have to do some things that you want to do or you might not want to do to get that fame. But nobody's stopping you as an independent artist from saying anything, as a true independent artist from saying anything or releasing anything, because you have streaming platforms that are there. You gotta, if you want to invest in a camera, go invest in one and record a video of yourself rapping or doing whatever you're doing, make a music video, drop your shit on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with that. You can't be blackballed as an independent artist, but if you want a label, yeah, like because you're not really in control of your situation when you're in a label. Like as simple as these mainstream artists make it seem, they're not in control of the situation. It's people that are running the show. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say that part, or that I agree with that part.
Yeah, for sure. I think I agree, right? But I do believe that there's also other ways in which an artist who is quote unquote blackballed by a label, right, a major artist, can kind of get through it, you know. The only way is, of course, keep pushing the old music, but you know they probably want to release new music, and I do agree that's just I guess that's a fine line. Blackballing for a major artist, it's a fine line between being shelved and blackballed, because there's a difference and somewhat similarities to it. Because when you get shelved, it's like, yo, they just put you on the sidelines and they don't want you to release any music because maybe you're not making as much sales or your music is not for the current climate, right? Mm-hmm. Or, you know, you get blackballed because like maybe you did something messed up to cause your label to kind of push you to that direction. Like maybe you said something bad in an interview, or maybe you exposed something you weren't supposed to in some way. Like I don't know, I just saw this tweet. I don't know what the you know the context is really about, like Tinashe, right, the singer. I don't know why, like apparently she got blackballed, and she just mentioned maybe that her label label did something, forced her maybe to do something with her music or act a certain way, So if you don't do that, then they probably just shelve you and you don't get any spotlight. So only after some time, that's when they like, okay, cool, we can start pushing you again, and let's see if you can make your way back to where you were before you got blackballed. So yeah, that's something I do agree. Like, yeah, there is major artists who, it depends on the deal too. It also depends on the deal too. That's something that we also need to consider, right? Like major artists, there's so many different deals, and we did speak about it in the 61st episode or the 60th episode? Probably the 61st episode, where we were speaking about the different contracts, right?
Yeah.
So we know that there's different contracts and different deals that you can sign. So based on those deals, then definitely there's some there's some rules that, okay, you can't release music without their permission. But if you have maybe just I wouldn't, not the distribution deal, but the one of the other deals, right? Not where they have all the control. Then you probably still have some leeway to kind of release your music. Maybe you just release like some throwaways or some songs that weren't recorded within that time frame of you being with the label, or within that contract. When you sign that contract, maybe you have some backlog music that you can release still. So it all depends. It all depends. That's what I can say. But overall, I do believe, like, yeah, blackballing is possible. It is possible for sure, because we do see it time and time again. And an example is Kanye West. Well, he was one of the most blackballed artists last year. Ever since his controversial statements, his music got taken off from Spotify. They tried to blackball him and remove his music because of what he said. Then they removed Adidas, terminated their contract with him, and he had no chance making it in the industry. They froze his accounts. There's so much that went on with him. So yeah, it can happen. It's just like based on what they kind of tell the media and what they push there. So once the media pushes an agenda, that's when the audience and the fans decide, But the other side of things, right, for why I say blackballing is not really possible, is because if you really have a strong fan base, then you most definitely can't get blackballed. You can't. There's no way. There's no way that you can get blackballed, because same thing with Triple X Tentacion, the alleged, him allegedly, being abusive and, hitting, I think it was that Jocelyn Flores girl and some other girls that came out, that was a way of the industry, I guess, trying to blackball him in some way, but it didn't work, because he was big and he had a fan base. And the fans still loved him no matter what news came out, So it's all about your fan base. But Kanye wasn't fully blackballed because he still had his fans. He still had fans who were still, riding for him and still listening to his music. So it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. It all depends on your fan base overall. If your community kind of has your back, then you can't really get blackballed. You can still thrive and do your best, even without releasing any new music, I guess.
Facts. I feel you. With Triple X, who was blackballing him though? Like, at the end of the day, the only person that could really blackball you is your label. You know what I'm saying? So if your label, like, the fans can't blackball you. The hater it's the label and anybody that's over them. So it seems as if that may have been a part of his whole. I'm not gonna say Triple X had a gimmick, because I don't think he had a gimmick, but maybe it was. You know, who knows what it was? It might have been a ploy for him to. It might have been something to put on him for him to sell records. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because he was still able to drop music. It might have been some control opposition type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Because he was able to still drop.
Yeah, but he was signed. Don't forget, he was signed, right?
Yeah.
Even though he was able to drop, it's just that they pushed this narrative out about him at the same time, just so that people can stop vibing with him, you know, because of his case and all of that. So they wanted him to fall off in some way, but he had a cult following. He I guess he got it organically rather than getting a machine. So that's why someone like a Lil Durk is kind of having a hard time, because most of their fans are generated from the labels. That's how they make their ticket sales. I don't think some of these major artists do sell out like that. Some of them have to do giveaways sometimes to sell the tickets that are basically bought in bulk by maybe their label or by someone within their team, you know, just so that they can seem like they big and popping, you know. So when that happens, like a little baby where he has to cancel concerts because like he's not doing it like he used to. He's not as big as he used to. People are not supporting him like he used to. So he doesn't have that fan base. It's not organic. It's usually generated from the labels. They push that kind of thing. And that's why, you know, some songs just become hits because the label pushes it forward. So yeah, the blackball comes from there. You can they can kind of, you know, make that happen for you. So with XXXTentacion, I do think like, yeah, he was they were trying to blackball him. They were trying to do that, but, you know, they went another route. You know, they went another route with it, and, you know, we know the outcome. But I feel like that's what kind of what they were trying to do, trying to blackball him with all that news and stuff like that. So they wanted people to not like him, and because he was doing things organically, he had a following without needing a label too much. You know, he was still kind of an independent thing, though he was signed. He was making waves, and I don't think the labels like that he was getting too big like that.
Got you. Or maybe they didn't like the fact that he was going at Drake and Amigos.
Exactly.
Nah, that's a whole other thing.
That's exactly what it is, you know. So they had to try and make him like a villain and kind of cancel it, you know. Black cancel culture is kind of synonymous, you know. Like what's going on right now with Lizzo, you know, I feel like they're gonna start canceling her. Like they already started to cancel her. I guess it's been a long time coming, you know, because people have been trying to you know, find some way to cancel her. So she did that on herself. and now people are trying to cancel her. Though she might get blackballed in some way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I've been seeing that too. I've been seeing that Lizzo stuff. The triple extentacion thing. It kind of makes sense when you factor in the whole thing he was going through with Drake and the Migos, and then the whole women's situation. Yeah, man, it get dicey. It get tricky, man. But it ain't rocket science. We can line it up like a body count. For real. So it makes a lot of sense when you say it like that. Was you gonna read the Russ thing?
Sure, I can. I was gonna get into a different article, but I can get into the Rust.
Oh, if you wanted to read something different, it's fine. Yeah, if you want to go on something else, go ahead. That's cool because we don't we ain't trying to go all day. I know how it is now.
Yeah, but I can kind of get into it for a bit. So
okay,
Russ basically criticizes artists who claim they are blackballed in the music industry. So this was in 2022, last year, right? October. So Russ shared his thoughts on artists who claim to be blackballed. So he says, I just want to give my 2 cents on something in my industry. No artist is blackballed, Russ wrote. Unless they cut off your Wi-Fi, remove your social media accounts, and take your music off all streaming platforms, you are not blackballed. If you are famous and can still tell your fans, hey, I'm putting out music, then you're not blackballed. So his comments are on par with the recent conversation surrounding the baby, who had allegedly who had alleged he had been blackballed from the industry after news of his first week's sales had been released for his latest album, Baby on Baby 2. So he continued, fans will listen to your music or they won't. It's that simple. Also, if you're a famous artist and you need playlists in order for people to listen to your music, how real are your fans? Why don't they support you regardless? We're giving too much credit and power to DSPs and not enough power to us, the artists, and the fans. Which is true. I agree.
Go ahead. Yeah. Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree with this. If they take all your music off. If they take all your music off of streaming platforms, if they control your social media account and stop that, then that means that they'll be blackballing themselves. That shit will be kind of counterproductive to what they do. Like, if you can't release no new music, then that means you blackball. Of course, they're gonna allow you to release your music, your old whatever music you got out. They still want to cash out on you. They still know your potential, but if you want to release anything new, I believe that there's a blackballing aspect to that. Like Lil Wayne was blackballed. I feel like Lil Wayne was blackballed. He was in a situation like, hey, where he couldn't release no music. He sat out for like 2 years or some shit like that. He had people like vouching for him. That was a real blackball situation. You think Cash Money gonna be dumb enough to take his shit off of streaming platforms? No, that would be counterproductive to their whole organization. So I kind of think this is a cap statement. Like, like if a motherfucker stopping you from releasing music, like your new music, like you got a whole wave going. You might be at the top of your game. You might have reached the peak of where you at, and you want to drop more music, and a label stopping you from doing that, then I think that's a blackball. Now, you yourself as the artist, if you sign, yeah, you got to hold yourself accountable in some way. But at the same time, if that's not what you signed up for and you got blindsided, yeah, it's a blackball nonetheless. So I don't agree all the way with this statement. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to new music and artists being unable to release new music after fulfilling every requirement that they've done so far in their contract, I feel like that's a blackball.
Yeah. Okay, so I I agree that your fans are crucial in this instance. So Lil Wayne still have fans, of course, and yeah, like you said, the label does need to make something, but if they do blackball you and they take your music off your off like major platforms and whatnot, the thing that they'll benefit the labels, that okay, they'll probably then have to extend the contract because you're not making their money back from the deal that you signed, right? You're not making that the money, the advance that they probably gave you. Depends if you took an advance. So if they did that, then you might then have to extend it so that they can make money off you. So that's probably why they do it sometimes, to kind of extend their contracts with big artists. So if they don't make the sales that to recoup that advance, then they then extend the contract. So blackballing kind of benefits a label at the same time, so like Russ said, it's all about the fans for real. If you do have a fan base, if you do have a loyal fan base, then they'll be able to support you no matter what, and you will get to the numbers that you need to reach. So some of the numbers are falsified, of course, when you sign to a label. So you definitely now need to start making sure that you find your fan base. And I've heard this, that if you have like maybe at least 1,000 loyal fans, right, you'll be sorted for life. 1,000 loyal fans, you'll be sorted for life, and you'll be able to make a living. So if you are able to do that as a major big artist, to have at least 1,000 loyal fans, then you won't really need to worry about being blackballed. You would still be able to make a living. But the reason why these major artists complain about being blackballed is because of the contracts, and that they now have to extend their contracts because they're not making that much money that needs to recoup that advance that they took for that music that they really want to release or they're putting out, and getting blackballed.
But being blackballed is another thing that it just turned into a money game to me. It turned into a money grab, because unless you really talented, like look at Wayne. Wayne was the biggest artist. You know what I'm saying? He got apparently or allegedly he got blackballed for like 2 years or however long he was. And when he came back, he wasn't the same artist. Like motherfuckers putting their careers on the line. You know what I'm saying? He's not the same artist. Like I don't even really listen to Lil Wayne like that no more. I'm not checking for Lil Wayne like that no more. But that's something. My growth is a bit different. But even people who love Lil Wayne, they don't check for him like that no more. He's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not. He hasn't even grown in his music. That shit can stunt your growth as an artist. Like you having the fans and you being able to feed your family's cool. But then what about like the quality of the music too? You know what I'm saying? That shit matters as well. A lot of just speaking in Wayne's case, he ain't really been the same, and I don't even think he care no more. Like he like fuck the rap game. I was trying to get back in then. Like he like fuck it. I'm gonna talk about sports too, like Cam and them is doing. I'm gonna do this and do that, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That you can go into a different type of mental state. You know what I'm saying? Like turn to drugs, turn to some other vice or some shit like that. So like, and this is Wayne right here. He's one of the biggest artists of all time. He's in a lot of people's top 3, top 5 and shit like that. So it can stunt your growth as an artist being blackballed. It turned into a money grab to like with in his situation or in other artists' situation, could turn into a money grab, and the quality of music can diminish as a result of a blackball as well, or a potential blackball.
For sure, man. Let me get into this next article, right? This article is about 13 ways to get blacklisted or blackballed from the music industry, right? Number one is acting bigger than you are. So nothing is more of a turn off than when someone tries to convince you that they have hordes of fans when they don't. This isn't simply faking until you make it. When it comes to personal relationships and making connections, you want to be authentic, confident, yet humble. So that's true. That's one thing that kind of puts or gets people to not want to mess with you in the industry. If you act too cocky or too confident or like too big, like you're already the shit, then you'll fall off easily. So yeah, it's definitely one of the ways to get blackballed, you know. Secondly, promoting too quickly. So I'll be the first to tell you that if you don't promote your music, no one will listen. If you don't promote your shows, no one will show up. As Ben Folds say, self-promotion. If you don't want anything to do with it, stay in your fucking basement. Yes, promotion is necessary, but don't start implementing sales funnels style marketing strategies and throwing money at Facebook ads before they're ready. Play out, test the waters, fail hard, a lot, practice your ass off, write 100 songs, build authentic relationships, make friends with people who care about you and will tell you if something is not ready without fear. They will hurt your feelings. If you invite the industry out to your show or beg them to listen to your track and you suck, you can bet they'll never give you a second look. So yeah, that's another way to get blackballed. If you kind of promote too quick or try to put music out to like the majors like that, you know, and your music is shitty, you know, and that also kind of you know makes major artists fall off is when they release a crappy song that the audience doesn't really aren't really receptive to, and it like you know kind of makes the audience lose interest in the artist after that. It's like, nah, that's not the song, that's not it, pal, you know. So that's one of the ways. I do agree with this one. You know, if you promote or market your song too quickly, like, yo, I have the flyest song coming out soon, and you have a snippet, like I would say, for example, because this happened recently, like Roddy Ricch went on his live, and I saw this. Right, Roddy Ricch went on his live stream, and he promoted a song. He previewed a song. He had like 11,000. He had 11,000. You know, people watching his live, right? And then when he started playing the music, it went all the way down to 5,000 people. So he lost a lot of people just for playing some music, because I don't think people were vibing with him like that anymore, you know. Wow. It kind of shows like, yo, that if you kind of promote too quickly, but he hasn't been releasing any music, it's like maybe they're not feeling him as much as they used to.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, he was hot. He was hot when he first came out.
For sure, the box was that hit, you know, and he I don't know how he fumbled. He probably did something that made, you know, the labels kind of say, yo, take a back seat, you know, and they try to shelf him in a way. So he's trying to get back in it, you know.
Yeah. I don't really keep up with him, but I will say that he got, when he came out, he was nasty, you know what I'm saying? He had a few songs, and then he had a song with Nipsey Hussle that he had 3 songs. He had Die Young or something like that. He had the box and then he had the joint with Nipsey Hussle. I was like, yo, he's talented, man. He got a voice, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely got a voice, but I don't know what he's on right now, so I couldn't even speak on that.
You see, because you easily forget them because they put these artists in our faces.
Yeah.
And when they don't catch on as much, then they let them go or shelf them in a way. So now the artist kind of has to do it like an independent artist has to, the third one, right? Mm-hmm. And I think this is a good one too. Is bad mouthing anyone. So trashing others in your scene isn't hurting their rep, it's hurting yours. Stay positive. Surround yourself with positive people. People don't want to be around negativity. Be a positive presence in your scene. If you get into the habit of trash talking, you'll badmouth the wrong person and it'll come back to bite you in the ass. The biggest difference I noticed in the Los Angeles music scene versus the most other local scenes around the country is that musicians in LA are here to make a living with music by whatever means necessary and don't let the countless obstacles get in their way. They don't have time for negativity. No one wants to hang out with people who bitch all the time. Mm-hmm. They want to hang out with people who constantly inspire them and encourage them to keep pushing for their dream. True. Yeah, man. Like if you badmouth anybody, if you talk bad, it's always gonna come back to you, So it is something that could get you blackballed if you talk shit. Just like, and an example is, I don't like to use this example. I don't want to use this as an example of bad mouthing, but what Kanye said. Kanye bad mouthed last year. He was bad mouthing, a certain demographic.
Yeah.
And also the Taylor Swift incident. That's one of the ways he got blackballed in a way. Mm-hmm. But he still did his thing. He was big, and that's where you see that his fans matter more than anything. And that's where you see that fans matter the most, is that Kanye got blackballed. He was gonna get blackballed by the industry in that way, but he was releasing albums and he still made numbers, he still did numbers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we see this kind of thing, where bad mouthing kind of, puts you down. Like Doja Cat Cat right now, she was bad mouthing her fans. She says she doesn't even care about them. Like, because someone said she must be grateful or some sort, thank her fans or tell the fans that she loves them, but she was like, I don't love you guys, like whatever, so she lost a whole lot of followers, and now we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe she's still gonna have fans and all of that, but it seems like that was one of those things. It's kind of it's gonna deteriorate her career and push her down, because if you don't respect your fans, then what's the point of you releasing music then, if you don't want to do it for them? So that bad mouthing can really ruin anything. So be careful of what you say, because those words may come back to haunt you in some way or another.
Yeah. Do you think that's the same case for independent artists too?
Yeah, definitely. Like it applies to anybody in any industry too. Like if you are like bad mouthing anybody, you basically are like this article is saying, you basically ruining your own reputation, because it makes people see how negative you are, and how you always are looking on the darker side of things instead of trying to be positive about anything, or look on the bright side of things, because there's always two sides to things. You can always look on the bright side or say something positive. If you don't like, that saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So you should rather do that. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't come and badmouth anybody, because that kind of makes you look bad. Even if you don't like someone's music or you don't like someone, just keep it to yourself. You don't need to put it out in the universe, because that energy is definitely gonna come back for sure. So independent artists, it does apply to them too.
So I mean, I do get it. I get it I agree with that from a standpoint of an artist, like, just coming in the game or some shit, like, take the humble approach, like, what, who would want to come in the game and step on niggas' toes out the gate and shit like that? But if you in the game, like, cause I think you're gonna feel the same way about me when I bring up this example. Like, I've been having I work with a few Drake fans, and I go back and forth with them about this this topic with Pusha T and Drake. And the dude who lobbies for Drake is like, Pusha T, he's always talking about somebody, he's always negative, like, but I'm like, shit, he got a point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he got a point. That's how he feel. Like, that's what, that's an element of the game that rap was built off of. Like, in New York, niggas battle rap all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you keep it in the music and it's on some shit, like, that's how you feel, you calling a spade, and you can try to, like, somewhat keep it clean. Like, if that's how you feel, you want to call somebody out. Like, it's like being at school and you at the lunch table and you roasting. Like, when I was in school, we used to sit down and roast. It was a better alternative than actually fighting. We'll roast each other all day without, try to stay away from talking about people's mom and dad and, like, the shit you got on. Nah, that ain't it. Like, we making fun of one another. And, I feel like that's what rap it. That's a foundation that rap was built off of. If an artist is not feeling something that another artist is doing, and the streets is saying that too, they should be able to voice that throughout the music. You know what I'm saying? And the violent route, at this point in my life, it could be cut out. But if somebody's dropping something and the streets been seeing it, and the artists feel like the streets need to see it, plus more people, like how, like in a way, like how, and I'm just using an example of Pusha T and Drake, because in the Pusha T, if you dissect that diss, he wasn't really being violent. He was just saying some things like, yo, that made bro want to get it clean his act together. And you heard the other, I think Drake just came out with something on the Travis Scott thing. My homeboy brought that to me, and I'm like, man, I ain't feeling that. Why you gotta be so violent? Like, why he, when you think about what Pusha T was saying, he killed him without even being violent. You know what I'm saying? Like step your bars up, step your creativity up, like dig deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rap game was kind of built off bad mouthing, and it's sad, but it was built off of that. Now I agree with that comment from a standpoint, like, you might not be there yet. You might need to continue to take the humble approach. You're not on a level where you need to be calling people out or talking about people like that. I do agree with it from that standpoint. But if you like a seasoned vet on the mainstream scale of things, and you feel like you may need to call something out that the streets been whispering about, or the streets need that, like, we need to hear that, we need to see that, like, we need that energy, then why not go for it? You know what I'm saying? I think it's needed. It's needed, but then for on the other side it ain't.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to rap, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to, this kind of saying. Of course, if it's a beef, then yeah, of course, that kind of incites kind of entertainment, drama, and, you definitely need to bring that kind of edge to it. So rap does kind of need that drama, but when it comes to maybe out of rap, if an artist is bad-mouthing someone, just in public, then yeah, of course, this applies. But if it's part of the game with the industry, then it is what it is. It's part of the entertainment that they need to do.
And at this point where I'm at with music, I ain't even paying attention to it like that. But I think that all of it's like a high percentage of that shit is WWF, WWE type vibes is fake. But you take it for what it is, and that whole, and like I said with the Pusha T Drake example, that's an example of a hip hop beef that I would want to see, because that shit wasn't really entertainment. That was real life. Like, Drake did have a child. He didn't say nothing about it. Like, those are kind of like real life facts, not even entertainment no more. Like, so like, it's slick real, but then it's slick fake. Like, now with the entertainment part of it is where niggas be talking about the gun aspect of it. Like, I'm gonna do this, we gonna spin that, and blue, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. And nothing ever happens. Some rappers live, some rappers live to tell it, and some rappers don't live to tell it. So that's where it like get real and fake. And then it could go from entertaining to a funeral. So it's like 50-50, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, I agree. I think maybe, I don't know if I should read all of them or should I just go through what I can, because yeah, we're getting close to the end of the show. Let me just say two of them, and then we'll speak on it.
Yeah.
But number 4 is falsely accusing songwriters of stealing your songs.
Oh shit.
So the singer-songwriter scene in LA is small. Yes, there are zillion singer-songwriters in LA, but the community of singer-songwriters who are out there every night of the week playing, co-writing, networking, supporting is tightly knit. Word recently spread that someone in the scene accused someone else of stealing her song. No songwriter set out to plagiarize someone else's song intentionally. All music is derived, and we're all influenced by everyone else. If you hear similarities in songs, let them be. It happens. If a song becomes a hit and earns lots of money, do what Tom Petty does and be cool about it. Don't sue, don't publicly accuse someone of stealing when most songs won't earn back the cost it took to record them. The person who accused our friend of stealing has quickly been blacklisted. Think anyone wants to co-write or play shows with her now? It's not how you build a community. This isn't a competition. We are creating art. Anyone accusing someone else of stealing their creations is in it for the fame and money and has their motivations completely skewed. Anyone who thinks suing over mild similarities in arts is merely protecting an intellectual property isn't an artist, is motivated by money, or is extremely insecure with their own creations. Damn. Okay, number 5. Cheating, scamming, shaking down the unprotective or naive. This is geared towards those who work on the industry side of the biz. There are unfortunately countless examples of people who are dishonest and take advantage of musicians who either don't know any better or are simply unprotected. If you shake down musicians when you are the reason you didn't make any money, convince musicians that paying to play is the only way to make it, run pay-for-stream scams, lie about your deals, fudge numbers, withhold payment, or manipulate musicians or your co-workers, word will spread. You will not last. It's short-sighted and unethical. Cut it out. We will find you and publicly out you for your shady practices. Your victims may be afraid to call you out for their own unjustified fear of blacklisting. I'm not. I will call your ass out. By the way, if you feel there are shady business people taking advantage of musicians, running scams and unemployment ethicals, just contact whoever you need to contact, and they can get called out in some way. So you just do that. So when it comes to falsely accusing of stealing stuff, yeah, man, I guess it's part of the game. Art is, imitations are a form of flattery, right? That's the saying, right? So you definitely can't really get offended, though. It like they said, it does show what your morals are, what your where your head is at. If you are getting offended and you want to out an artist for stealing your sauce, you definitely in it just to get the clout or the fame, and not doing it for the love, because a lot of artists do copy and they do get inspired by other artists. Now we see that in not just music, we see that in real art, like paintings. We see that there's influences and artists who copy and get inspiration from older paintings and use the same techniques and styles, and artists don't get offended by that. They feel like it's a form of flattery. It's good on their behalf that they manage to influence the next generation in some way.
Facts. Yeah, for real. Imitation is a form of flattery. You see somebody doing what you did, you just gotta look at yourself as the father of that creation. It took a while for me to develop that mindset, but yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. There's nothing new under the sun. It ain't what you do, it's how it's done. For sure. I'm hearing thunder outside. And last time we did a show and thunder was going on, my whole shit got cut out. So I don't want to cut it short, but I think this was a quality show. I don't want it to get sabotaged. So I think we might need
for sure.
I think we might need to hit the road.
For sure. Let me just go through this list and just name the ways instead of like explaining them.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Number 6 is talking about how tough everything is. Number 7 is being in it only for yourself. Number 8 is begging for shortcuts. Number 9 is lack of self-confidence. And number 10 is basically the opposite of number 9, which is arrogance. Number 11 is burning bridges. Number 12 is giving unsolicited advice. And number 13 is not showing up. So, yeah, I think number 13 is beautiful. Like not showing up and committing to yourself, basically, is what I'm assuming it's about. It's just a short explanation. So the music industry is all about connections. If you keep getting your back scratched and never return the favor, that support will eventually dry up and your back will scab right up. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, since we ending it here, and it is a perfect time to kind of end it. We can just say our final statements. Just wanna say thank you to everybody who pulled through today. I hope that a lot of you guys got some insight, learn about blackballing and gatekeepers in the industry. We do now know the final thing is that it is possible to get blackballed. Definitely is a possibility, and there are definitely gatekeepers, different gatekeepers in this day and age. So You just need to find your strategy and how to get in if you want to open those gates, and also find ways to not get blackballed. So yeah, that's basically my final statements. I appreciate everybody who pulled through. Thank you guys for listening there on YouTube. Thank you to everybody here in the spaces. The space will be up on Sonar Muse, and you can replay it there, uninterrupted, on demand. Really appreciate everybody here in the space. So Gorilla Jakes, appreciate you. But first, I gotta appreciate Too Cold, the host with the most. Appreciate her. We definitely gonna keep going, gonna keep this alive. The Wake and Bake vibes, XRPL Cookouts vibes presents. We're gonna keep it going, and keep doing our thing. So shout out to Lemmy for hosting the space, doing your thing and handling the music. Appreciate Gorilla Jakes for being a substitute teacher and always being here. He's always supervising us. Appreciate X-Rated XRP Bags for pulling through. Shout out to you, bro. All love. Kawasaki, shout out to you. Shout out to El Sol label. You guys are dope. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to the man Easy Asumi. We always see you, man. We always see you in here, man. Shout out to you. You're an OG here now. Shout out to you, man. You dope.
For sure,
man. It's pretty dope. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you again next week.
Facts on facts. Yeah, man. Shout out everybody supporting. Today was a good show. Great show. Gatekeeping is real. Shout out to XRP Bags for the Unplug Them plug. I was looking at their page. It's looking real. It's looking real dope. I definitely subscribe to them. Gatekeeping and Boule and 322 Skull and Bones, all that shit is real. Gatekeeping is real, man. Blackballing is real. Just continue to stay true to yourself. Know what you want out of this life, and go for it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. And crypto has its gift and its curse on it, but it's more of a gift if you invest. You're gonna be gifting yourself. We all trying to save ourselves financially, and free ourselves financially, and that'll be one of the ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not hoping and wishing on a star. So try to put matters into your own hands and control your destiny by doing certain things, establishing your foundation. Good topic from Kamikaze, man. Shout out to Kamikaze, who's putting in the work with his team, man. He's a pillar in this space, and we really appreciate him. Too Cold, it's my girl right there. I heard some news that she'll be stepping away, but we're an extension of her, and we're gonna be repping for her each and every time. This Wake and Bake podcast, we gonna keep it moving. We're gonna continue to stay consistent. We're gonna continue to keep it real, and look out for more podcasts, more ways to express ourselves, more music. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to the DJ and NFT conference. It is raining in Atlanta, and one thing that I will say, when it rains, it pours over here. They like to stop shit, so hopefully it don't mess up my situation. But we gonna think positive, and shout out to XRP Bags. We got the meetup later on in Florida. It's a good month. It's a good month right here for the XRPL family, XRPL rejects, the XRPL legends type situation. Shout out XRP Bags. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there. You already know what it is. Gorilla Jakes, appreciate you. You already know, bro. X-Rated, what it do? You already know. You already know what it do, man. And shout out to our listeners in here. My YouTube listeners, everybody chipping in. Kimani, that's fam right there. Shout out Kimani. Shout out Jake. Shout out my boy King. We had some more people in here. Mr. JN, shout out to you. Adam Wonders, leaving comments in the comments box. You know, the Lost Art, of course. I see you on Saturday. Yeah, man. The support means everything. Me and Kamikaze, we gonna come in here and chop it up, nonetheless, about whatever we want. But the support makes it worthwhile, and it keeps it going. We did a 3-hour show today. We're supposed to be 2 hours a day. So yeah, man. Let me shut up. I wanted to play some music, but I don't want this thunder to cut us out. Last time it was thundering, this whole thing cut out. So we gonna cut it short, and we gonna play the music next time. Blessings on blessings, love on love. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one next Thursday. Hopefully we'll have a recap of the DJ NFT performance that I did, and I might have an album ready. I got an 8th album for y'all. It's gonna be my 10-year anniversary. It looked like Kamikaze got like 11 albums on Sonar Music. I don't know what's going on right now. They got like 11 albums on Sonar Music right now for this year.
Hey man, yeah. Just put in my discography on there, man. Gotta get ready for the flood, man. It's coming. Okay. But I do want to say something, man. If you do have a chance, try get to connect with some of the artists there, man, and try get them to join the space so that you guys can recap and speak on your experience at DJ NFT. Just try to connect with them, try to get them to pull through to the spaces,
Well, I think I'm about to be the only artist there, man. OC he probably wasn't able to say it. Them artists dropped out, man. Them artists that was supposed to be there, they dropped out. Some of them broke up. There was a few situations with those artists, so I think I'm gonna be the only person performing.
All right, but yeah, if they are artists for sure, then yeah, you just try to connect with them for sure. Try to get them through. But yeah, man, all the best, all love. I hope your show goes well, and shout out to Lost Art and the Lost Art team, OC and the Lost Art team, congrats once again on this event that's going to be happening. Once again, if you are going to the Lost Art event, make sure if you want to, get something from us, just scan one of the QR codes from our banners, and you might get, you'll get gifted with one of our surprises that we'll have. But we'll announce it. We'll be making an announcement soon. But you'll find out what it's about and what it's for when the time comes. So yeah, it's only gonna be 10 of them. It's gonna be 10 of these gifts. No, not 10. It's gonna be 5 or 6 of these gifts, and they're gonna be limited. But yeah, we do hope that you guys enjoy yourselves at that event, and it's a fruitful event for sure.
For sure. Yes, sir. And with that being said, we're gonna be up out of here. I gotta be one of those 5 people. I know that. I gotta see what's popping with that. But yeah. Shout out Lil Bands. I see you, bruh. But we about to get up out of here. Love on love. Catch y'all next week, man. Whoa, Slimmy, Kamikaze, Too Cold. Shout out to y'all. Whoa, everybody. Y'all already know.